The following is content exclusively.
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother.
This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day.
Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style.
Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass!
People in.
I wanna kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Yeah, what up? I'm just a little wet right now. It's a little bit wet. Little bit wet. Little bit wet. Little regret. Little bit wet. Little regret. SmackDown ratings ain't going up yet. Little wet. Little regret. It's out of nowhere. Episode 169. What's going on, everybody? Grab a beer. Grab some wine. Grab some whatever you want to do. Let's talk a little bit of wrestling. Oh, Kayfabe and Jake DeMarco, Joe Cronin, your phone calls, your live alerts and donations. What if the turkeys ate us? I got water right now and a chubby.
You are fucked.
Oh, you're gonna die, Jake. You're gonna die. You're gonna die, bro. Jake, you're gonna die, bro. Stop it. Stop vaping, you're gonna die.
Kill me.
What's up, baby?
What's going on? It's been a lively day.
What's up, OK Fabe? How are you if you're there?
The monetize this champion kayfabe.
The monetize this champ. The champ is here.
Holy crap, huh?
Oh my God! Can you believe you won?
Infamous night for sure.
There he is. How are we gonna get the belt to go kayfabe? That's the.
We gotta go and procure it from Canada.
I am talking to S.Dollar. We just gotta figure it out. Can't believe
It's
it.
okay.
Man.
I mean, as long as I can get it to AEW when they come into Boston, I think it'll be a good run. Well, we'll see what happens though. I'm just as shocked as anybody else. I'll be the first one to say that.
Yeah, I mean it was shocking
was
the
not
way.
happy,
It's not
but-
shocking that you. It's not shocking that you became the champion. It's shocking the way it happened. You know.
Yeah,
that's
because
fair.
not only did Drew get banned, which I was confused about, because I thought originally when him and I were talking, he was talking about just getting banned from the JCS stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that encompassed monetize this as well. I thought it was just like the wrestling stuff.
Yeah, I don't know
And
what's
then
going
I
on
thought it
with
was
that.
like a temporary thing. So no, he's like, no, I'm going. I'm like, oh, I misunderstood that, or that was surprising.
Yeah,
so,
we
he
made
he
it
was
very
that
clear. I thought
confident.
we made it very clear that this guy that he's gone if he loses, and it was his idea. Like, so I have a theory that he wanted to leave because like that was very weird. But
No, he was confident that he was not going to lose. He was. I think his ego got to him apparently because he did not think that he was going down in that type of blaze of glory.
I told him, I'm like, bro, you're retarded.
I think the title went to his head.
I think, yeah. Well, but we're gonna find a way to bring him back. People are already upset, want to try to bring him back. I mean, these are the people that donated against him, want him to come back to monetize this Friday.
Exactly.
So-
It's funny the way it worked, but that, not only did Connor win because of the way the points, the pot had worked out and everything, but then the cash-in happens, and
Yeah,
Will
I
still
apologize.
loses.
I apologize to Leah. I apologize to Leah profusely.
You don't have to. You're the champ. You won.
Fuck Leah.
You won.
Look at that. I fixed your belt. Now it's right.
There we go. That's better.
There we
yeah.
go.
It's still not a flattering. Dude, I felt bad that you couldn't find a flattering picture of me at all on Monetize This, and
Well,
it's not your fault.
That was the
Dude,
funniest
internet-
thing.
That was the
internet
goal.
is not. The internet is not kind. It is not kind at all. And I was telling some people on Twitter, I'm like, most of that is from Fight.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
figure.
go figure.
Yeah, they're all like still images when you're in the middle of something. So there's like
Oh.
no. I'm like, all right, let
So-
me look up pictures of Connor, and like they're all like,
They're fucking horrible. Yeah. So what happens is if you guys,
like,
yeah, it's
can
very
I
accurate.
like I've got pictures like that too, but not like every photo
it's
is
like,
that.
It's like mid-word. So when you upload a YouTube video and it gives you like 3 stills from the video and they're all horrible, that's pretty much what Fight did. It's like, oh, let's take the worst one. And I've asked them before. I'm like, just put my logo up. That's all you need to do, and they don't listen.
Oh God, really? Jesus.
So
Well, they don't
get
know
you,
what the hell
you know.
they're doing.
But I figured
I-
once that cash-in attempt happened, you were done for, and you came out right at the very end. Skinny.
Hey,
You won
I
again.
would have been happy. I would have been happy with what, like a 5-minute title run, like the 24/7 championship. But
You had
know,
what,
Yeah,
hey,
it's happened to a few people too.
Honestly, though, haven't you won before for a second?
No.
Wasn't Connor at one point?
No, I've been on the board before, and listen, at the end of the day, that's all I'm happy with, and as long as people had a good time, But I got some ideas for the championship. That I got some ideas if people still keep me as champion.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get the belt. It's gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be nuts, man. I just gotta
Drew
get
didn't
it.
even get to hold the belt, and he blocked himself.
Yeah, well, he right away was like, "I'm putting that thing on the line. Let's do something crazy." And then he was like,
He was
"I'm
trying
putting
to
my career
generate
on the line."
some interest. He wanted to make things pop, and I think he just let that
Well, he
title run go straight to his head because he was confident he was staying.
well, he kind of did. I mean, but he's also retarded at the same time. But yeah,
I messaged him, shortly after, and I'm like, no, and he's like, I did not see that coming. And he didn't line up anybody. He didn't ask anybody to donate or anything. He was just thought he was going to be the man of the people.
And he's an idiot.
Now you're stuck with me.
Well, I do want to thank. This is weird, but I want to thank the new patrons. Mr. Rushy, baby. Rushy went to the $5 pledge spot, so thanks to Rushy. And Adam Cruz and a couple other people who upped their pledges. Thank you very much. Enjoy the fight in the 1 hour and 40-minute podcast with me and Leah. And what's up to everybody else? How you guys doing? It's good everybody got the alert that we're live, since that's been a problem. But hey, 400 and something people are here, so people must have known something here.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot of times there's clearly been something going on with a lot of people having a glitch where they're not getting messages and stuff like that. Normally for out of nowhere. We actually been flirting with 1,000 viewers a couple times the last few weeks. The last 5 weeks, I want to say we flirted with up to 800 to at one week 980, and a few weeks it was 800 live, and then a lot of times we were sitting around 700, and tonight we sit around 420, but like clearly that's an alert. There's an alert issue with a lot of people, and I'd say about 200 people still probably don't have the alert. So it's pretty cool that you guys are here. Despite having that issue. So
I've been getting them after you end the show. Like as soon as you go off from being live, that's when it pops up.
Yeah, this happened before, and what happens is it seems like it takes people a while, and then everybody gets them back again. I remember this happened like months ago, like 3 months ago, and it was like it took like 2 weeks, but like slowly everybody got their notifications back, and it stacked up to being normal again. But I don't know.
Crazy.
You never know.
I remember I got one from like you from like a week later. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, this is the out of nowhere I was on. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
It happens. It gets backed up at times.
Yeah,
Speaking of being wrong, I admit I was off. I didn't think the ratings were going to plummet as hard as they did. Remember, I said I was not confident, but I was pretty assured that there weren't going to, like, the fans that were still watching were pretty much the dedicated ones, and everybody else would be, there wouldn't be a huge drop off.
And
there would be some. And you said about 10%. You were close. It was a 15% loss for the Raw ratings.
Yeah, wow.
And, I mean, that's bad enough as is, but it's a 15.4% drop from last week. And that's larger than the usual first Monday Night Football show. But the highlight of all this is that it's the only show that did worse was the June 10th show, and that was for the NBA Finals.
Wow.
As well as Christmas and New Year's Eve. But they said they don't really count those in comparison because they're holiday shows. And the most, like, wow stat to me was the fact that, believe it or not, that main event, the multi-man tag, was the lowest rated main event in Raw history.
Holy shit.
So the show started off at a 2.36, and then as soon as Austin left, it dropped to a 2, and then at the end of the night at 10 o'clock, it was at a 1.85.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but I just don't understand the point of Stone Cold even being there that week. I really don't.
Ratings,
well, they should have saved
sales.
him for the middle of the show or the main event, having him start the show. Somebody had tweeted me, and I hate not giving people credit. I apologize. By the way, that report was from F4W Online. And somebody tweeted me, I bring it up in the chat because I want to give you credit, but you made a great point. During halftime of Monday Night Football, WWE was in commercial. Then when they came back, they were doing some silly backstage segment, and then they were back to commercial again. Like, time yourself up so that you have something, a King of the Ring match, or something important going on during the halftime. You have somebody watch and say, okay, well, we know it's going to be about 20 minutes from now, so let's just move this match here or this segment here, and because you're live, you have the luxury of doing that. And this way, if people do switch back over, they might stay because they're intrigued, or they might, at least tune over to see what's going on. If they hear that it's just commercials and nonsense, they're not going to stick around. So again, just a way for them to shoot themselves in the foot, but they had nothing important going on at that point in time.
I mean, it wasn't a bad match, but yeah, the whole flow of the show was just so off kilter. And I was talking about this before. Like, I did not give a rat's ass about the pay-per-view. We got the pay-per-view this Sunday, and they did like nothing to make me excited for it on Raw.
Yeah, that was
all.
I hate
Joe
this
and I
pay-per-view.
both agreed right off the bat. There is not one match that I'm looking forward to. At least with SummerSlam, I was like, all right, I really want to see The Fiend. I'm curious how a few other things play out. Clash of Champions, I don't give a shit about any of these matches.
Right.
Not a single one excites me, and that's terrible. And they moved the King of the Ring.
Oh my God, dude! They listen. They've ruined the King of the Ring. And give me 1 second because I want to play this. Guys, can we get the bubbly sound clip? Let me see if I can get. Can you hear the sounds? By the way, can you hear this?
Hear me? None of you guys.
You hear that?
No, not yet.
Idiots.
Let me mute you real quick.
No.
I want to get to this. This is important, but we got to get Jericho's
All
bubbly
right.
clip. Hold on a minute.
I guess I'll just have to have my own celebration, won't I? Since nobody else seems to be here. That's fine. I'm an only child. I got no problem celebrating by myself. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Cheap salami. That's what Chris Jericho gets. Bunch of crap. Look, olives. Look at this. Look. This olives are nothing in there. And you look at this one. There's a little guy in there. Can't even get proper olives, can you? What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Huh?
That's got to be it, man.
A little bit of the bubbly. Want some bubbly?
Oh boy! All right, so guys, you guys have been asking for the bubbly donation, so we gotta do it, man. We gotta do the bubbly donation. You know?
A little bit of the bubbly. Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly. A little bit of the bubbly.
All right, let's see. How can we make it good?
Bubbly. The bubbly.
All right, let's see. Is that good enough? That's good.
A little bit of the bubbly. Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly. The bubbly.
Oh my God.
Bubbly. Bubbly.
There we go. A little bit of the bubbly donation. All right, so I got that. So people wanted a, I mean, we got the Austin 316. We got the, we got all kinds of donations down below. So many donations down below, and a lot of the donation alerts and everything. A lot of them are long ones. They're very long donations. And certainly, we could use the larger ones and everything like that. There's long songs and stuff like that. But we haven't had a new one that's short in a while, like a shorter one that's a little bit easier and quicker, that doesn't really interrupt too long, but has an impact. So I think the bubbly donation is definitely needed. And now we're about to have it, everybody. Can you guys hear the bubbly?
Yeah, we can hear the bubbly.
Oh yeah, the bubbly. All right, so there you go. I'm going with $3.
And it was Fade the Black that tweeted me that, so thank you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't remember who had sent it, but yeah.
Now we're
$3 for the new bubbly donation.
Now we're gonna get a ton of $3 donations in a row. Remember when you did the new one? It was just like 30 of them in a row.
Yeah,
back one. Yeah,
it is a very affordable donation. I mean, it is. I'm just trying to.
Like you said, it's quick too. It doesn't go on long. So.
Yeah, it doesn't go on long. It's a nice, quick little one. I think it's pretty good. We'll get like.
The Y2J. Somebody in the chat said it before too. At his prime, at just shy of 50 years old. It's crazy.
I mean, dude, it's unbelievable. It's almost like I'm trying to think of like what this is like, and I'm trying to compare Jericho because that's what we do. We compare things for no reason, but I'm trying to compare where Jericho is, and it almost kind of in a way.
It's unparalleled in a sense.
Yeah, nothing's like it. I don't think, but he a little bit reminds me of like Ric Flair in WCW, maybe, but I don't know, I don't know, man.
What, the bubbly catchphrase or the popularity of it?
No, just him in general.
Jericho,
all he's accomplished. Think about how many times he's reinvented himself.
Yeah, just the way he's still going, and
I mean, think about it when he first started out in the Ayatollah of rock and roll, and the Lion Tamer. Then you go ahead and you get the Y2J stuff and the ever, and.
Yeah,
just time and time again, and he just kept going, and then all of a sudden he was this amazing heel after going away for a little bit, and he just time and time again just new catchphrases. He gets the list going over. So, you just made the list, and then he got the word it. You're going to get it. And, now with the bubbly thing, and it's constant. There's so many other examples, too.
The only other one I can think of that's reinvented himself as much as Taker, but definitely not as many catchphrases.
No, and Taker's had different looks, but he's had this Dead Man Now, this gimmick for a long time without any changes. So
a little bit of the bubbly. Bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah, the 1004 holds promo is gold. I love that. That one stands the test of time. And
yeah, he seems like every 5 years he gets something that's crazy, like over.
It's been like yearly for the past 5 years. I mean, even a stupid potted plant, he got the internet going crazy.
He got a potted plant. He got fucking it. He got so many things, and it's like, dude, this guy. And when you give him an open forum, then it just becomes even crazier, because and he doesn't exactly go crazy. By the way, like he doesn't. Like, dude, this guy was backstage ranting about what he had. He's like, and we got a little bit of the bubbly, like, and it's like, and all of a sudden people start saying that, and he realizes that.
Drink it in, man. Yeah, he just.
It's so natural with him. It's weird. It's. I mean, dude, it's what happens. I mean, even on my show, like when things organically happen, I remember saying #fact like 7 years ago, and people caught on to that. Like it was weird. I didn't plan that, but then it started being used. And I started saying it more. And I remember when I said real as fuck, and people caught on to that. And by the way, I do want to tell everybody that does want to drop $3 for the bubbly donation tonight. Super Chats, it works with Super Chats and regular Streamlabs donations. So I made it's a universal $3 donation, no matter what you do. So there you go. I don't think Ric Flair's the best example, but it just kind of reminds me of how he was rejuvenated, but he's definitely not the same type of guy. Like Ric Flair. Ric Flair, though, would get in the middle of the ring and would cut these promos that was like, there he is, there's Ric Flair. He did it in NWA, he did it in WWE, kind of. WWE kind of held him back, but whatever. I always felt
like that was just more of the same. Not that it was bad. It wasn't a new gimmick. Like, his gimmick just stood the test of time. It's another one.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, Austin. Austin's is pretty much what he had in 98 stayed for the rest of his career.
Elizabeth! Like I wish I could do, dude. Someday, I feel the way about Ric Flair the way I used to feel about Jesse Ventura. Like if I could do Jesse Ventura, like, and I can kind of do Jesse Ventura, and I love that accent, I love that voice. And I remember for like 5 years saying, God, I wish I could do that guy. And now I can sort of do him. But someday, if I could ever do Ric Flair, like I am super jealous of what the fuck's his name. Jay Lethal. I'm super jealous of Jay Lethal because that's the funniest shit. Dude, if I could do Ric Flair, I would just cut promos as Ric Flair daily. Like, it would be insane. But someday I'll get that down, too, and it'll be crazy. I think to do Ric Flair, you got to, like, stuff shit up your nose, and then you got to be like, let me tell you something! Like, it's weird, but I can't.
He does. It does seem like he's throwing his head back like he's got a cold.
Yeah, it's exactly like, but he's like, and he's got the way he yells and speaks and the cadence. It's very crazy. It's very
careful, Joe. He might trademark that too.
Yeah, that's right. He might come after me.
Joe, Jake, and Connor.
Yes.
Wrestling's Mount Hump more.
Oh,
much better than JD shagging his mom and Rycat.
Yikes! Whoa, Spaz Phoenix. Wow.
You are fucked.
Wow. I hope the guy doesn't call us again and tell us about Stephanie's purple cock, because that was weird. Spaz Phoenix, thank you, bro. Can you guys hear these?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank the gods of wrestling. Thank the gods of wrestling we can hear the sounds. Purple penis.
Purple penis.
Thank you very much. So we're going to have a little bit of the bubbly tonight if you guys want to have a little bit of bubbly. I mean, for Christ's sake, guys, I mean, I'm not trying to compare myself here, but I got fucking cranberry juice over. Okay, Jericho? So, if you want to come and work with Joe Cronin anytime, I got the fucking cran over. And the only reason why there's not as many $17 cran donations is because recently people have been donating for the cran, and I haven't brought it out. Even when people were donating $17 for the cran, I didn't bring the cran out. But tonight, I'll tell you what. If I see one, I will get the cran, and we'll have a little bit of the bubbly and the cran, okay? I've gotten the cran over, I've gotten real as fuck over, I've got F Tommy's corpse over, I've got goddamn #fact over, so much so that the goddamn TJ Wilson and the WWE stole it from me after that. I mean, come on, man. Let's go. Jericho, we were made for each other, Jericho. We were made for each other, Jericho. So grab a little bit of the bubbly and let's go. Okay, no, seriously. People are like, oh, that's cringe. It's so cringe. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's fucking weird, but it's awesome at the same time. It's just like...
It's just fun.
It's the same thing that Matt Hardy did, dude. When Matt Hardy was like, the broken gimmick, it's the same thing. First you look at it and you go, that's so weird. But then you love it. Like, you end up doing it. Matt Hardy's gone back to his whole, like, you don't understand how hard it is to be Matt Hardy. He's been doing it everywhere. And I sort of didn't really like that when he did it, and I still kind of don't like that. But I like that he's doing something because it's kind of funny.
Well, he got out of that recently. Now, in the past week, he's posting more videos about the broken side of him returning, and apparently he's tired of waiting around for Jeff as well, but... reportedly so, he wants to come back with the broken gimmick. So.
Well, how mad would you be? Think about this. He's got to wait for Jeff because WWE won't do shit with him.
Yeah, again, he's got to wait for Jeff. Think about how many times in his career that's happened to him where Jeff's been injured and he's been like cast to the wayside.
Why not?
That's how the Broken Universe thing really came to be because Jeff got injured when they were tag champs and he needed something to keep himself relevant.
Jake, like this is what I thought when this happened. Why not go out there and do the story again? Why not have Matt come out there and be like, you know, Jeff, I tried. You did it again, Jeff. You did it again. Like, and then he goes, and then he's in the ring and he's talking like Matt Hardy. And he's like, you know, all you people, you know, my evil brother, like this is the cause for everything and why we lost the titles. And he's at home, and you know, we're supposed to have this run here at WWE, and like maybe this could be a thing that sets him off. And then it's like, then he could be like, you know, I'm starting to feel like, and he's fucking people are like, what the hell's going on?
No, instead they had to have Lars beat them down to put him over before he took off for the next 6 months on hiatus via surgery. So,
and it's like. You could have had him like start to show signs of this and then be like, you know what, I'm so angry, I don't care who's back there, I want to have a fight right now, I want to have a match tonight, and I'm going to dedicate it to my brother and all this type of stuff. And then he could have gotten like thrown into the steps or like thrown off the stage or something could have happened, and then he's broken. And then it's like, now you told a story for the crowd that didn't see the broken gimmick. Like, I don't understand WWE. Like, yes, Matt, go out there and do the broken gimmick that no one fucking understands what the hell you're doing except for the people that watched Impact and whatever, which is like 700,000 people. So the WWE has done this with NXT too. They've introduced people as if the audience knows. They don't.
Yeah, they have no clue. 6
out of 10 of the people in the crowd don't know what the fuck you're doing. So you would think they would reintroduce the gimmick.
Yeah, that was it.
But
they just threw him out there, and you're supposed to understand this and love it. And so part of the crowd is chanting delete and wonderful and mower of lawns, but the rest of them have no idea why he's, you know, having a House of Horrors match and all this shit. And
yeah, nobody knows what's going on. They just know this guy's
final deletion
acting weird.
Was a joke. It was okay, but it was nothing compared to what they did in Impact.
I thought it was. I honestly actually thought the deletion was.
You liked it. I wasn't.
I mean, I didn't love it, but
what the WWE one?
Yeah. It was almost a deletion. It was like so close. Like they were surprisingly truer to it than I thought. But I remember it was too short. It was like clearly the Raw version of it. Like it needed to be 4 or 5 more minutes.
I feel like they just tried to hit too many gimmick points, and then they didn't really tell us. Well, but the whole thing is, again, yes, I know, but they were trying to recapture rather than be imaginative.
The problem with that, though, is that even if you tried to, it would come across the same way.
Yeah,
because you tried to do so. It's such a weird thing because even like they tried to like push something new, it would still come across.
They could have done it without being recycled entirely, I think.
Well, even some of the, I think. Wasn't there 3 deletions in TNA? I think there was 3 deletions, and then the WWE did 1. So there's 4.
So.
4 total. I think if I remember, I thought the Raw deletion was maybe better than one of the Impact ones. I don't remember if that's true or not, but I think I said that, and I think I might have felt that way.
It's hard to. That was a while ago.
We'd have to pull it up, but. The one thing we do know is that, well, I'm going to save this for the top donator here. I'm just setting up the top donator championship here. But yeah, I don't know. It's I don't want to go back on all that stuff, but I want to say why it clearly didn't work is because it's one of those things where I think Vince McMahon was bothered. People pressed him about it, like, please, Vince, like, you got to do this thing. And eventually Vince was like, fine, damn it, do your deletion thing. I don't understand it, but, everybody's telling me it's good and it's kind of funny. It might be a workout or whatever. And it's like he gave him that spot, but it's like you didn't even... It
was a bastardized version of it.
Yeah, and rushed, and it made no sense, and, like, you did it just to do it, but you didn't set it up for anybody. It's like, how come Vince McMahon... How the hell did Vince McMahon not say, like, no one's going to understand what the hell this is? Like, why didn't Vince say that? Why did Vince never think, like, well, we've got to...
Because it wasn't his idea. It wasn't his gimmick, so he just didn't care if it lived or failed. He was going to market it, just enough to make money off of it, but he wasn't going to go out of his way for it.
I'm still shocked they gave him the main event of Raw.
But I'm not in a way because I think sometimes they think that nobody's watching at that time, so that's kind of like... Sometimes, no, really.
A good point, yeah.
Especially you're right. Especially at that time, they treated that time as like the shit end of the stick time on Raw. They were like,
there was a lot of things that just weren't.
Like,
it was just those push come to shove moments. They do that a lot still. I was talking the other day, and somebody, I think it was one of the callers, actually made a great point how the main event doesn't matter anymore. The transition from the 8 to 9 hour is more of a main event than anything else, and they weren't wrong. I gave Raw this week, like between a 5.5 and a 6. I enjoyed Raw. Not the best. I hate how I always have to explicitly say that. People say, oh, you loved it? No, well, no. I mean,
because, a 5 is a fail.
It's still a failing grade, but it was, to me, there was more enjoyment to be had than most of the other things we've gotten. SmackDown last night was awful. That was abysmal. There was nothing to be gained from that show whatsoever. At least, and I will say this, and people can argue point for point here, but at least Raw had some things to offer by bringing in, Stone Cold. He did, in a way, put over the current talent. He helped elevate Braun and Seth's match at Clash of Champions. Whether it worked or not remains to be seen, but it did try and make it feel more important. You have to give him that much. Him being included with the contract signing was something. And he only stunned AJ. He didn't take out the entire club himself. He didn't, it was just that one moment to make the crowd pop. But everything leading up to that, they didn't make him look, totally undefeatable. And, it wasn't like this big transcending moment. It was just nostalgia-ridden, feel-good moment. Oh, look, Austin's back. Here's a smile on your face. Seth was cringy, but at least it helped try and get some of the current talent over. Now... You flash forward to SmackDown. What the hell is the point of Sami Zayn interrupting The Undertaker?
That was weird, dude.
That was so awkward. Of all people, you're gonna have Sami Zayn come out.
They just wanted a reason to choke slam some. And
that's it. It doesn't matter who it was.
Shouldn't Shinsuke have taken him out? Shinsuke should have taken The Undertaker out.
Something, they should have come out together. It was just cannon fodder. They needed somebody to feed to The Undertaker for a shitty choke slam. The promo sucked from Taker. I'm sorry, it wasn't good. And I love The Undertaker, one of my all-time favorites. But that was such a waste.
Well, there was no need. There was no meaning behind it whatsoever.
Exactly, it was pointless. And then everybody's waiting with bated breath to see the goddamn Fiend show up. They teased it. They went ahead and they emphatically, explicitly stated that, oh, I'm not going after Austin. And then they do the teasing with the clock and everything. You have people diving and delving into the mystery of what 11/19 is. Oh, it's the debut of The Undertaker. So much to do with that.
Why?
He's there. They had the Fiend fight in a fucking dark match against the B team.
B team, yeah.
And thank you to, there was a few people that...
A lot of people sent us that, yeah.
But Chaotic One, he was there on Twitter in person. I asked him, like, can you record it, please? He uploaded the whole thing on YouTube for us. I thanked him explicitly. Thank you because it was cool to see.
That was cool, yeah.
It was a great moment. He's still coming out. He's got I wanted to see if the lantern was still there. I wanted to see how it looked live. But the sad part is, and there's news stories today that back it up. I got to find where it is. When they had, the poor fight, it was empty. There was, because I heard the reaction, I'm like, wow, that sounds so quiet. There was less than 30% of the crowd in attendance there for Bray's go home segment match.
Why not have Shinsuke Nakamura come from one side of the ring and Sami Zayn come from the other? Sami Zayn run into the ring, and then all of a sudden the lights go out, and fucking the Fiend shows up, and now he's got Shinsuke and Sister Abigail. And then Undertaker is seeing what's going on, and Sami Zayn goes to run away, and Undertaker grabs him, and then Undertaker tombstones Sami Zayn, and the Fiend is Sister Abigail's Shinsuke, and then stares down the Undertaker. And then, boom, the lights go out, blah, blah, blah. The Fiend disappears, and the Undertaker's still in the ring, and then the Undertaker kind of like makes his crazy face, and his eyes roll back in his head, and then he sort of like disappears or whatever. Why not do something like that? That gets them both in the ring without getting one over on anybody, but they both shined in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that would make sense, Joe. That's the problem.
I mean, like it was like clear. Why the fuck didn't you do that? That's what the people
they're saying
wanted.
now. This is coming from Ringside News. Brad Shepard and a few others online had said. I know Ringside was reporting it first, that they didn't have the Fiend attack the Undertaker on SmackDown Live. Why? It's because they're keeping them separate so they can continue to build. Right now, the plan is for their confrontation to take place on the inaugural episode of SmackDown on Fox.
Okay.
How much other shit are they going to cram into that show? I mean, it's only 2
apparently
hours.
it's going to be a fucking 19-hour show on Fox.
Maybe it's
with
gonna be
everything
11
that they're tentatively planning. Jesus.
Maybe that's what the clock was. That's how long the show is going to be. 11 hours.
11 hours and 19 minutes.
I mean,
you know, but
what
a waste. And I will tell you, you know.
A little
No,
bit
you
of the bubbly bottle with popping cork, bottle with popping cork, clinking glasses.
Hey, Alice, boy, what up? B-boy, what up? A little bit of the bubbly. Now we got a bubbly donation. Now you'll get one. Here they come.
Connor from K. The champ is here. Fuck Drew. First your belt is on the line, your wife is next, and your cheese.
Holy shit, Goon. Oh my God, that's fucking hilarious. Wow.
Bless you, bud. Damn, that's brutal.
Thanks, I blew my ass out with that sneeze.
I sneezed so hard before, I thought my balls were going to explode.
It's it's like the end of the year allergies are happening right now.
Super chat. I did it all for the bubbly.
I did it all for the bubbly. The bubbly. That one was hilarious. Corwin Everly, thank you.
That's my favorite one.
That one was really good. I'd love
bubbly.
We might have to put that in there too. I don't know.
And when Bray's leaving that Fiend to the top of the ramp, it's so creepy.
Yeah.
Open your mouth and close your eyes, cause you've getting a big surprise.
Ugh.
Which is the bubbly I'm having now that the show started.
Hell yeah. Black Lab 27. Thanks for the $11 and shout out to Canada, man. So many listeners in Canada, and I have a Black Lab now, so it's crazy. I'm pretty sure she's Black Lab with like a dash of Pitbull and something else. I think. I really think so.
Dash of Pitbull, a little bit of Drew since he was there.
Yeah, he got a little bit of Drew. Yeah, he went in her, and I didn't know about it. He woke. It's very weird. He woke up in the middle of the night and just penetrated. Which is
she was a he.
We heard yipping, and we couldn't tell if it was the dog or Drew.
Well, one of them got excited.
I'm trying to put a photo up of her. Dude, all these turkeys were in my yard today. Like so many.
Making the dogs freak out.
I was down here fucking recording, and I heard like rah, 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 and the dogs are running around upstairs, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go upstairs, there's no Leah, and I'm looking around, no Leah, there's the kids, and there's Melly is up on the couch looking out the big window we have in the front, and she's like, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And there's like a fucking pack of turkeys. There's like 7 turkeys, and they're wandering through the yard, and I swear to God, she wants to kill these things. And I was just, the turkeys ate us donation every day comes into my head now because these turkeys, they go around in packs in my neighborhood. Like, they're all the wild turkeys. They're just patrolling the streets.
Donations coming to life. What if?
What if? My cousin's got a place in New Hampshire. We went up there for Thanksgiving, and fucking, I shit you not, like 20 turkeys came like coming through, and I look over at my cousin, and she's got like a glass of wine. Like, I fucking hate New Hampshire.
There were so many of them, dude. Like, it's like, I mean, I grew up in New Hampshire until I was 9, you know, when we moved to Boston, but it was like, it's like being back in New Hampshire as a kid again. But yeah, look at these fucking turkeys.
Any other dogs going on?
Dude, look at all of them.
Turkey. You didn't see Melly?
Now Melly's been like, and both dogs are going off because now the lab's barking because Melly's barking.
Yeah.
And there's Melly. She just kept jumping up on the couch.
Dunk's going off because he's hearing her.
Look at Melly's just staring out the window the whole time. I'm gonna eat this goddamn thing. I'm gonna eat these fucking things. The turkeys. I'm gonna have a real video of the turkeys donation soon. Like I don't even have to have it that way. These things are nuts, and they want to bite you. Jake, what were you saying, man? I think you might have been saying something before.
The Go Home show for Hell in a Cell is the debut Fox show as well. So if he does attack, if the Undertaker does get attacked by Bray, it makes sense in a sense, in a way, because that would be part of the build towards Hell in a Cell for Bray taking on the Universal Champion, whether that's Seth or Braun. I think it'll be Seth, but still, if he ends up giving Taker the Mandible Claw, it's the Go Home show. You know, October 4th is the first live SmackDown. October 6th is the Hell in a Cell show. So that's interesting as well. That's going to be in Sacramento, California for Hell in a Cell on the 6th.
Damn.
Jesus.
That also means it's going to be a huge gap between Hell in a Cell and Survivor Series, I just realized.
Yeah. Well, there's the unnamed Saudi pay-per-view that's supposed to take place in between then. And they also left room in case they decided to do Evolution as well.
So I should never do satire again, by the way, or sarcasm again.
Yeah, it doesn't transcend well nowadays.
Connor, did you see what happened? Have you seen the stuff about me, like everywhere that's like he thinks Roman's cancer's fake and everything?
Oh yeah, fucking! I saw that when I was at work and I rolled my eyes hard. I'm like, come on.
There was a lot of people that thought like that. I've never said that, and you can like, I've got videos of me actually going the other way. You know, like kind of entertaining, like, okay, I could see that, and I could see how you think that, and whatever, but I've always said that I believed it was real. But just because I brought up the people that said that they were hiding Roman behind kids, I literally,
cancer children.
like, and I mean, I took that and I used sarcasm. I put a question mark on the title, and in the middle of it, I play devil's advocate, which is actually how I probably really feel. And I talk about how Roman is the new John Cena. Why wouldn't he be the guy in charge of Connor's cure? It makes perfect sense. By the way, and you know, recently JD actually said 100% like they're hiding him behind cancer kids. So somebody sent me that clip, and I don't care about what he does. I don't obsess over looking at what he does. People always say that. It's not that I'm obsessed with him. It's the people are obsessed with him, and they sent me the clip of him saying that yesterday. So that triggered me to be like, well, let me talk about it, because I do see people writing that places, and I get what they're saying, and he has been in that position. But let's go take a look at it, and from a real perspective. So I start off with saying, you know, yeah, they're hiding him behind the kids, and make, you know, this guy always gets something, you know. And then eventually I get into like, well, let's play devil's advocate here. Who else is going to be in charge of Connor's cure? This guy's a superhero to the kids. It makes perfect sense. He's the new Cena.
He's had cancer himself. He's dealt with leukemia for age. So I mean, that's another ticking, you know, box checked.
But wow, dude, these people. No, go ahead.
If you're gonna have anybody, I was gonna say, if you're gonna have anyone on the active roster be the advocate for it, I mean, seriously, who else would you name me? Legitimately name me one other person you think would be in a better prime position to do that. Honestly,
these people, man, I've seen articles about me, articles where like they circle my video. They're like, oh yeah, Lesnar would have been great. Yeah, I'll be here sometimes, kids, just like you'll be here sometimes. I'll only be here for a short while. So won't you?
4 out of the 5 of you may be here for Halloween, but
yeah. Oh,
I know I'll be.
Imagine Randy Orton. Randy Orton is the Make-A-Wish guy. Like all the kids are waiting around, and it's taking forever to get the kids in there. And Randy Orton's just like, "Can I get the fuck out of here?" That's Randy Orton.
Can I just say I loved Orton on SmackDown?
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
But again, with the SmackDown thing, why can't they do anything different?
Dude,
why do they have to repeat the same moment? I know. Oh, I was dead. Already happened in MSG. What a fucking waste.
Hey,
it was so bad I went to sleep.
Better.
They what?
At least SmackDown built up the pay-per-view better than fucking Raw did.
Oh, overall, they did, yeah. Last night they killed it.
I don't really feel like it built it up, did it?
They started.
They discussed it.
They started. Dude, everything about SmackDown was like a complete fucking 180 step backwards. By the way, do we really think that, because this starts with Elias. Is Elias really injured?
No, I don't think he is. Can't be. I was actually talking about this to somebody who, a coworker of mine is also a big wrestling fan. I'm like, he asked me, he's like, do you think it's legit? I'm like, I don't think so, because if he was legitimately injured, I think we would have heard about it a lot sooner than just randomly right before SmackDown.
Exactly right. And here's the other thing about that. That means they planned this whole thing. And here's what else it means. It means the reason why, out of nowhere, Kevin Owens and Shane went away. Because they were about to do the whole Shane McMahon fires Owens. Then they didn't do it. And they didn't do it because they knew Shane had jury duty. So
Shane was going to be gone for a while.
Exactly.
I love the reports that came out, too, saying, like, oh, Vince just forgot about the angle and he forgot about his son.
Yeah,
really,
he
Meltzer?
forgot about it. He did. Come on, you're fucking stupid. Vince McMahon did not forget about Shane's storyline. What happened was he had jury duty, so they decided to bail on the whole "you're fired" thing because then they would have been in the middle of it and they couldn't wait that long to bring back the story. So instead, they held off on the fired thing, delayed the angle, and then went right back to where they wanted to. But they used the King of the Ring to do it, and the King of the Ring had felt so goddamn legitimate until this moment. Now it feels stupid again. And Chad Gable wins, but it would have been better if Chad Gable had beaten Elias in a real way. It would have been better if Chad Gable and Elias had the type of match Elias and Mustafa had, and now Chad Gable won to go on to face Baron Corbin. So now you ruined this to me. Like to me, it already is ruined.
I would have given him a buy, Joe.
What?
If this was,
I don't even want to buy.
If he is legitimately injured, I would have just given him a bye. I would have just let him.
Oh, they would never have done. They would have never have done that with a baby face. Are you kidding me?
I would have. But I'm saying, compared to what we got, I mean, putting anybody else into it makes no sense. And then Shane, of all people, Deadspin had a fantastic article today. They put out saying there's no good reason for Shane McMahon to still be wrestling. And if you read all their points there, it really is an outstanding read. There's a lot of great little quips in there, just talking about how the boss's 49-year-old, kid goes on TV and wrestles for some reason. And, it's not without its context, but they highlight a lot of the issues that come along with that, especially with him being portrayed as the decision maker for SmackDown, now also being in the ring, makes it so there's no, unbiased leader and just all the issues that come of it. And it all led, as you said, to firing Kevin Owens, which was just held off a few weeks because of the jury duty, and even that was done so piss poor that no one gave a damn. The audience barely even reacted to him saying, "You're fired." Plus, Shane was so out of breath you couldn't even really hear him.
That was the other part that really.
You're fired. You're fired.
Yeah, he was out of breath. You're fired. I bet you Vince didn't like that. Vince probably would have liked, "You're fired."
Yeah,
that's the thing I didn't understand more than anything else was, okay, fine, I understand putting Shane there. I can understand almost every single aspect of what they did in the main event. I'm not saying I liked it, but I understand at least some of it. But you mean to tell me that they were just literally delaying the idea of firing Kevin Owens for 4 weeks because of jury duty?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, they really did it. I can't believe it.
Man, Shane wasn't on for at least 2 episodes.
I hope Owens' tease on Twitter is legit. I really do.
With him going back to NXT.
Oh, I think it will be because they're trying to throw the kitchen sink at this shit.
Right? Triple H
I
did,
really hope so. That would
go
be
everywhere
so
too. Triple H did say that there is going to be main roster stars going to NXT. He didn't say if it was permanent. He didn't say, but he said there will be main roster talent definitely going to.
Shit, you might as well. NXT at this point is a legit third brand. I mean, and I know it already is a legit third brand, but I mean, it's equal to Raw and SmackDown now that it's on USA, in my opinion.
Yeah, Triple H confirmed a lot as well. I mean, 205 Live is being kind of consumed by the NXT brand. Same thing with the Cruiserweight title. So 205 Live isn't going to be around anymore. Triple H sat down with Newsweek and gave us a bunch of details, throughout the day. And he said, yeah, you'll see that Raw will very much become distinctly its own brand. Same thing with SmackDown. And NXT will be its own brand. The ability as time moves on for people to move from Raw to SmackDown and NXT to Raw or SmackDown, but also Raw or SmackDown to NXT. So he's giving people a chance to go back and go forward. And even people that weren't on the NXT roster, he wants to have them come down as well. So then he says NXT UK will sit under the NXT banner as well. 205 Live will have, breathing some life into NXT as well as there too. But there's only going to be the 3 distinct brands: Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So
I mean, you're already seeing Pete Dunne on NXT TV, and rumor has it that Tony Storm's on her way there next. So I mean, they're going to start slowly. Yeah, so I'm pumped for it. Yeah, and seriously.
To go back for a quick second too, PW Insider, Wrestling Inc., F4W, quite a few different people have said that the ankle injury is legitimate. For Elias. The decision was made last minute. One report, which I'm trying to find, my whole Chrome just crashed. I'm trying to reopen all my tabs, but the one I have here from Wrestling Inc. says that is legitimate ankle injury according to PW Insider here, and the decision was made last minute. Another one that I had read earlier today also said that they were trying to see if it was, he was trying to not report it at first, and they were trying to see if it was a definitive injury that, is going to be like time consuming, or is it something that was just, you can walk off. So it ended up being more severe than they thought.
Oh God, who?
For Elias.
Oh, so they're saying it's real, but I wonder if
they're saying it's legitimate, and I can't help but feel that it is. I don't agree with you two.
I can see them leaking out though that he's got an ankle injury when he doesn't. Are they saying broken ankle?
It just says ankle injury. So
see, that's what it is. Is that's a great injury to use, because you can say like leak out that he's got an ankle injury when he doesn't, so they can really make it seem real easily by leaking it out to people that he's got an injury.
Yeah,
because ankle injuries,
it goes both ways.
2 to 4 weeks, you're back with an ankle injury. So he could be back next week with an ankle injury.
It could be a sprain. It could be something very minor. I mean, I'm looking around for my places too, and I don't see anything as far as like a timetable or severity. So
there's no update yet.
Yeah, he'll be back fairly quickly, and he'll be like, oh, I got screwed out of my whatever.
The injured list is also a thing to take into note as well. I'm trying to pull this back up.
Well, while you do that,
chugging along today.
We got a donation coming in, baby. Alice boy. Right back. We're gonna take phone calls in a few minutes too, everybody.
Autistic kids are some of the smartest people in the world, except for Tommy.
Oh.
That NickY is plain old retarded.
Oh, God.
Fat fuck faggot.
Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God, dude.
You are fucked.
That is a...
that was scathing.
That is a horrific donation if Tommy's listening. Oh, my God, man.
That is the most savage $4 I've ever heard.
Yeah, he called Tommy the N-word, kind of, and then also... He also called him a
a little bit of the bubbly.
So stupid.
There it is.
Bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly.
Straight up, Clash of Champions has no hype from me. I want to get into the Kofi versus Randy match, but it feels like it has worn out its welcome. Thank you for making this donation, because Jericho is one of the all-time greats. Little bit of the bubbly tilde.
Yeah, the Soundwave 92. Thank you, my friend, and absolutely, we love the little bit of the bubbly, man. Yeah, it feels like they've waited way too long on this, just like many other things. Like this Randy Orton, like they need to have the match like yesterday, like this week, like 2 to 3 weeks.
A little bit of the bubbly. Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly.
Come.
Oh, Broken Lion, come. Jesus. I love that I chose the picture where he looks like he's just completely fucked up right here.
He was, too.
Yeah,
he was destroyed.
Maybe. He's been drinking quite a bit recently.
Constantly, it seems.
That's true.
Yeah, the injury list is extensive at this point in time for WWE. They added 2 names to the injury list. It says, at this report, if it'll load, there we go. Elias and Samoa Joe are among 7 WWE superstars who've been added to the company's internal injury list. This is from Fightful Select. Also, Sean Ross Sapp reported as well. These updates.
A little bit of the bubbly.
The bubbly.
Jericho, top 5 of all time. Tropical drink.
Hell yeah, baby. Let's have a little bit of the bubbly tonight. Man of 1,005 holds.
That argument can be made for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate that. See, it's a nice short one. I like it. And it can save some people who don't have any money really, or don't have a lot of money to donate, the ability to drop a couple bucks. It isn't the $3.16 or the $4 Ryback or the $5 shit bump. Thank you, man.
A little more variety. Yeah, it says from Sean Ross Sapp, Elias has suffered a broken ankle, which explains why WWE removed him from the King of the Ring semifinal match. Samoa Joe has also been added to the injury list.
Broken ankle.
a broken ankle.
Yeah, broken. He's out for a while.
So
Sean Ross
that might be real.
That Elias has suffered a break rumored to be his ankle, which explains why WWE removed him from his King of the Ring semifinal. Damn. Samoa Joe and Carmella are now featured under the new injury return date section on WWE's report. Their injuries are not specified. Carmella did come out with that post we discussed on the last Out of Nowhere, I believe, about her having a big scare, remember? And she didn't say specifically what the injury was.
Is it a big
that
tease?
It frightened her. So she's still on the injury list. Oni Lorcan, Jack Gallagher are still listed as injured and unavailable. Drew McIntyre's return is penciled in for September 16th, but he has to go and get seen before then to see if he'll be cleared. It also lists EC3 and Heath Slater as injured superstars. They were also due to undergo evaluations this past Monday after Raw. Jinder Mahal, he still has his patella tendon healing. That happened June 15th. We're also hearing that another update from Sean Ross Sapp, WWE's latest internal report is estimating that Mahal might be cleared as early as November 1st, but he originally said he won't be back till January of 2020.
What was his contract? Didn't he sign a 5-year? Is that what you just said, or I forget?
I believe it was a 5-year deal when they re-signed his contract.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. And Bobby Lashley, he had surgery on his elbow shortly after his rivalry with Braun Strowman came to an end at Extreme Rules in July. Is still unknown when his return date will be. We know Tommaso Ciampa's coming back relatively soon. Matt, the Misfit, guesses that he'll be at the debut for NXT Live next week on the USA Network. I'm agreeing with him. It seems like that's what they're building towards. And then we also hear tonight, it was posted by WWE NXT's Twitter that Dakota Kai will be returning next week on NXT as well. So she had an ACL injury at a house show in January, and now she's finally making her return. So that's good for her. But so there's a lot of injured superstars right now, and especially some bigger names too. I mean, it's Samoa Joe's been added. We have Elias, Carmella. It sucks to have so many people injured. Bobby Lashley. And then we were also hearing at one point in time that The Miz is working injured. So,
God damn, The Miz is working injured with
fucking list.
Holy Christ! Well, let me ask you guys this real quick. What do you think of this Sasha thing? Because this weird stuff has been coming out, like her new contract or something, and it was like, what's going on here? Like, she had a contract that would have had another year on it. But we heard like months ago that she signed a 5-year deal, like 8 months ago or something, she signed a 5-year deal. And now we hear the other day that there was this thing about her restructuring a deal or something like that.
That she was getting more money and she was getting a private jet. She was getting, she posted this on her Twitter. She said that she doesn't have to answer to anybody but Vince McMahon herself. She was getting a private jet, a glam team, her own bus, and increased revenue. So that was coming from her.
Well, it's going to be part of the gimmick then.
It could be. I don't think any of that is actually legitimate. I think that's all in the land of kayfabe. The thing she said that I thought was interesting, she was talking to WFNZ Sports Radio, and she said, I've been doing this for 7 years straight with no break. People need to step back and reevaluate their lives and take care of their souls and minds. And I'm back, and I'm better than ever. I got myself a championship match Sunday, so I think I did quite well for myself, right? Basically just saying that she didn't, take her ball and go home. She just went ahead and went away to get a break finally. We know that's bullshit. They even touched on it. She's just trying to rewrite history with that, kind of keep in line with the character. But all in all, if she is mentally more stable now, then good on her for getting away when she did. But we know WWE is willing to give people time off now, a la Finn Balor. So,
yeah, I mean, Finn Balor, man, it's like he won't be back. I know they gave him 2 months off, right? So, or he'll come back probably when they start the Fox deal.
It's supposed to be for in time with the draft, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
Was what I had heard initially. That it would be the middle of October, which coincides with about the time you figure from SummerSlam. You got the week after that, and you had all of September and half of October. This way, he had his wedding. It lines up. It makes sense. So, October or before Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And, so there's a lot to it, and it's interesting. But I'm just, there was so much wrong with SmackDown, and I know we kind of got all over the place here, but the fact that Kevin Owens got fired, that they had Shane McMahon, have the match against Gable. Initially Owens gets the fast count, and then it's a 2 out of 3 falls, and Shane taps and then fires Owens. The whole delivery there was sloppy. And then they said at the end, before he gets fired, they had a graphic on the TV saying that, the finals will take place this Monday on Raw. But the announcers were saying that it happens at Clash of Champions. So it was just very odd. And now WWE sent out a tweet at 10:30 a.m. this morning saying it's finally upon us. The finals between Gable and Corbin takes place this Monday on Raw. So that sucks that they moved it from Clash of Champions. Maybe there's just too many matches at Clash of Champions, but I felt like that was one of the highlights that I was looking forward to. That's why I'm not looking forward to anything at Clash of Champions anymore.
Yeah, it's very weird. Now, they think Raw needs it, or I wonder what the reason for doing that. But it's I feel like they really were surprising
there's 11 damn matches at Clash of Champions.
But that's why, yeah. But they were surprising me, though.
But
they were surprising me with how good King of the Ring was. I can't believe how good this has been. And it feels like at the very, very end that they're about to fuck this up. And I can't believe it because, they had it. Oh, there it is. I gotta get the crayon. Oh my God, I gotta get the crayon.
I drink crayon 'cause I'm the man. My enemies are the crayon land.
Holy shit.
Crayon man, come on, make me believe in tasty. I'm thirsty, would you answer me?
Yes!
Crayon man.
I am going to get the crayon right now!
All my friends are fucking the man, 'cause all my friends are drinking crayon. They're drinking crayon, 'cause all my friends are drinking crayon. I got the fucking crayon. We got
Cran that shit, baby. Cran it so hard.
Oh my God, I'm going to crayon the hell out of it. I'm going to crayon the shit out of it. DC Derek, thanks, man. He elected to go with the $17 crayon donation as opposed to the new $3 bubbly donation. So thank you, DC Derek, for the $17. I am now going to go upstairs, and I'm going to go really get the crayon. I'll be back. I'm going to get the crayon.
You go for it, baby.
The show's in your hands. I'm getting the crayon, baby. $3 bubbly donation, super chat, or regular donation. Thank you.
Yeah, Connor, I was a bit surprised, but they took away the Clash of Champions final. King of the Ring final from Clash of Champions and now moved it to Monday's Raw. And
what the hell is that
feel
about?
like that's a big letdown. But I didn't realize there's 11 matches at Clash of Champions.
Wait, what? There's 11?
There's 11 matches already.
Well,
we have we have Seth and Braun.
Yeah.
Then we have Raw Women's is Becky Lynch versus Sasha.
Yep.
We have Kofi and Randy Orton for WWE title.
Yep.
Then we have Roman and Eric Rowan in a no DQ match now.
Yep.
We have Bayley for the women's title for SmackDown side taking on Charlotte.
Yep.
Then we have Raw Tag Rollins and Strowman taking on Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
Uh-huh.
We've got the women's tag team champions Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross taking on Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Mm-hmm.
We got the SmackDown tag titles, Big E and Xavier Woods from the New Day taking on the Revival. We have the IC belt, Nakamura versus Miz. We have the U.S. title, AJ taking on Cedric Alexander. And then the Cruiserweight title is Dulac. And then we have Carrillo and Dorado. So, I mean,
damn.
That's 11 matches, if I'm counting right and know how to do my math.
All the titles are on the line, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, at least they ended their end of the bargain.
Yeah, I mean, we can't argue that.
Shit, though.
There's the 10 titles, and then you have the Roman match.
Oh, speaking of championships, did you see the new crock pot they have?
No.
Oh yeah, hold on. This thing, someone sent this to me. WWE, if you go to WWE Shop, let me see if I can send it to you on the chat. Yeah, there it is. Here it is. God. $50, baby. You get yourselves a good old fashioned. Let me throw it over to Here we go. Writer's
We'll
room
have
there.
Joe pull it up for everybody else when he gets back. But
yeah, I just put it in a little. Yeah, there it is. You see it?
Yeah, I'll pull it up now. Oh my God, look at that! It's a crock pot with all of the current WWE titles around the outside of it, like almost like pictures on top of the outside of the crock pot.
For $50, you too can get yourself an official WWE crockpot.
That's talk about branding. Reminds me, like Kiss the casket, Kiss the,
Kiss the casket,
Kiss the condom, Kiss the pinball machine, Kiss.
Serious. Although you know what,
toaster.
if ours wasn't working, I'd be getting this. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a hell of a crockpot, but
yeah, but
certainly it's a good like the coffee table type thing. It's a talking piece, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. But 11 matches, holy crap! I mean,
I did not realize it was that many at all. It just didn't seem like it.
I mean, I know we'll probably do like a rapid fire of the predictions. I don't want to go too much into them, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think we're gonna have any major title changes at this pay-per-view. Maybe 2.
Looking through it all, I'm convinced of 1, and I think I'm working myself into it. I'm not so sure it's going to happen, but I think Randy Orton is going to take the title from Kofi.
I don't think yet. I think
Orton can see Bray Wyatt taking the title at Hell in a Cell, and then they have Randy versus Bray, champion versus champion at Survivor Series,
which would be a WrestleMania rematch.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
And, Matt the Misfit was telling me, that idea, and I was like, oh, that kind of sells me on it.
I'm waiting for the day.
The other day, and that was one of the things discussed.
I'm waiting for the day that someone else pops into the Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt.
It's going to happen eventually.
Like someone he's feuding with will go in and walk in on the set, and they'll be like, "What how did you get in here?" No,
and
not like
you
it's
can
a
tell when he
comedy
does it live and it's not taped because they just have a blue, lightly blue background with the one printed picture that he drew.
Yeah.
And that's it. You can tell there's no door. There's it's not on set. So that's not the set isn't something they travel with. They just have the backdrop for them.
Which sucks because I really hope they do have a live version of the Firefly Funhouse sometime down the road.
I think they will. I'm sure they will.
I'm telling you, when that action figure playset hits, that thing's going to fly off the fucking shelves.
Oh, it's going to. What are some other title changes you think possible if you weren't considering that one?
Well, the Raw tag team, I think, is a pretty much slam dunk.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, I'm not sold that they're going to drop the tag belts yet. I think because they think everybody is expecting them to turn on each other, or Braun will betray Seth, and they're making it so obvious. I think they're going to retain, and that's why they're defending it first against Ziggler and Roode. I think they'll drop it on Raw coming up shortly, probably against the OC again. Something I could see that happening.
No, I still think they're dropping them that soon, because why else would they have Roode and Ziggler just randomly? Because then if that's the case, if they're going to retain them, then why not just have the OC challenge them again?
Because I think they want the OC to get the belts back eventually, or somebody else. It's just the way they've built this. I'm not turning on you, you're not turning on me kind of thing. I feel like they've made it so obvious that someone is going to turn and they are going to lose the tag match. And especially because the tag match will go on likely.
There's no conflict in this. For the love of God, somebody throw a pie.
They're going to have the Universal title be defended much later in the night, obviously. So
yeah,
the tag team titles, if they lose the titles, that's even more, of a story to go into it. And I just feel like it's too obvious.
I'm sure I'm wrong, happen is, well, I mean, you never know with the way that they're constantly rewriting things. What'll probably happen, in my opinion, is that Seth's going to eat the pin, Braun's going to get pissed, and he's going to do the running power slam to him right after the match.
That seems likely. I think in my mind, it's just so
something.
Yeah, through the announce table, or it's just so evidently obvious. It feels I know. That, and lately they've really kind of if you think that's what's going to happen, it hasn't. It's played out pretty stupidly.
Here's the reason I think they'll drop the belts is because they've done this before, where they have two top baby faces win the tag team titles, and they need to get the belts off them some way. So they have this interim team win them so that they can just introduce the tag titles back into the tag team division.
Yeah, it just gets it back into the division, and the interim team losing quickly doesn't muddy up the waters. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they've done that before. So
they've done that several times, and
so
that's why it makes it seem like they almost have people believing this is definitely going to happen, which makes me feel like maybe that's not the way they're going with them. I could see them retaining, and then the Universal title match goes badly, and that's why the next night on Raw they have to defend the titles again, and that's when they lose them because now they're no longer on the same page. Because Braun said, "I like being tag champ. I'm going to like being Universal Champion more," but they both like being tag champ, so that's what makes me think.
Well, they do have a lot of build going into Survivor Series. They have I think I was looking it up earlier. I think they got 7 weeks, which is nuts. We've never had 7 weeks between pay-per-views, which is fucking absurd.
Yeah, and on top of it too, when you think about it, unfortunately, we do have that possible Saudi show. So last year at this time, we went from the Clash Champions right into Super Showdown or whatever it was in Australia. Then we had the Saudi show, Crown Jewel. Then we had Survivor Series, and Evolution was in between all that as well. So,
I really hope that I really wish that the Saudi shows were kind of like the old UK shows, like in the early 2000s, like Insurrection, Rebellion, where they were fucking stacked cards, but they had no continuity whatsoever with.
They just didn't. It was basically something that you could just retcon later. It didn't happen, didn't exist. Like you said, didn't follow with the current storylines or anything. They were just huge matches because. I wish they would do it more in lines with that. And that's what some of the Saudi show has been. But then again, they've had a lot of build and implications towards other parts of it. So it's odd. Is there any other title you think will change hands besides?
I don't. I have a weird feeling that the women's tag are going to change hands.
Okay. Again, I could see that possibly happening as well. See, my original thought was Big E and Xavier Woods are both coming back, from quote-unquote injury and issues, whatnot. So they're not at 100%. I see the Revival cheating to win. They get the titles. Randy Orton beats Kofi Kingston, gets the belt, and now the new group that Randy Orton formed has all the gold. On SmackDown. I think that would be one thing that they would go for, because they're big on stables and factions again lately, and that's one of the things they said they wanted to bring back into focus. So I could see this, F the RKO thing they've got going on with the Revival and Orton. I could see them all holding championships,
which I love. I do love the new team of them together, but
it's like another version of Legacy, but I'm not complaining. It's just right. I have not much of a care for the Revival at this point, unfortunately. I know how good they are.
How many other 3+ teams are we going to have? For God's sakes, we have one on each brand. We have the OC on Raw. We have this one on SmackDown. We have fucking the Undisputed Era on NXT. We have Imperium on UK. Christ.
Yeah. And the New Day as well. So it's just, I feel bad, but knowing that the Revival essentially don't care at this point, that they're kind of on borrowed time, that takes away from it for me personally. You could just see they don't have the same motivation as they once did. Knowing they're unhappy, they're not resigning, they went out of the company, that just kind of stays in the back of my mind. But so knowing, it's like, well, what's the point of going out of their way to do all this with them now if in another 6 to 8 months they won't be here anymore? That's kind of my setback.
On to bigger and better things sometimes,
No, absolutely. Good for them as well. I think that they'll flourish in AEW or elsewhere. They certainly have gotten the short end of the stick. All tag team wrestling has. I enjoy a good majority of the teams. It was very odd on Raw that the Viking War Raiders Experience Showdown is now face team. That was baffling in a way. And pretty much the only build up to that was that a local talent team made fun of the hometown that they were in and got their asses beat by the Viking Raiders. So Viking Warriors, whatever it is.
The Viking War Raider Experience, etc. Incorporated.
Yeah, exactly.
So the other thing I was going to bring up, and I wanted to wait for Joe to get back for this one, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but he likes Jim Cornette, right? He's a fan of Jim Cornette?
I think so.
So there is a shirt out, a pretty graphic shirt, and some of you people might know this if you follow it on Twitter and whatnot, but there is a very, and I do mean very graphic T-shirt design out that says "Fuck Jim Cornette." And to say it's graphic is a bit of an understatement. I'm gonna send it to you, Jay. Have you seen this yet?
I have not.
Okay. This thing. Oh wait, I think Joe's coming back now, so this is perfect timing.
Joe Cronin went and got the crayon, and now it's time for a little bit of the bubbly. It's also Spike Connor with your mother's pussy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm sorry. What's up, everybody?
That's more expensive than you thought, then.
Yeah.
I do want to say, not to kill the mood, but 9/11, man, rest in peace to everybody, and sorry to everybody out there that might have a family member, and it's fucking crazy, and we'll talk about it a little bit later in the show, but go ahead, Connor, now that I said that. Say something fucking weird.
So, anyway, Joe, did you see the, am I getting you the WWE Championship slow cooker now for your housewarming gift?
I saw that. That looked, but you know what? That really gave me flashbacks to Boston Marathon, so I hate you.
I figured it. I had a feeling like this could go either way.
That really triggered the shit out of me, bro. Like, it scared the hell out of me, dude. I saw that. I was like, oh, man, you can't.
All right, well, this might cheer you up then in a weird, sick, twisted way. So, you're a fan of Jim Cornette, right?
Oh, yeah. And he loves me. He loves me. We know that.
He loves Joe.
So, some of you guys might know this if you follow him online or see him recently, but there is a very, and I do mean very graphic T-shirt that someone made of that said "Fuck Jim Cornette." Now you think, okay, it's probably nothing too crazy. I'm sending it to you both right now.
Is he naked?
No. What? Just take a look. I just sent it to you guys now.
That's classic.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me open my Facebook. Hold on a minute.
I can't wait to see Joe's reaction to this.
Someone's not happy with him. That's for sure.
Will I not be able to put this on the show? I bet.
I'll let you be the judge of that.
It's animated. You're fine.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They're selling it on the web. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see his reaction though, or hear his reaction.
Let's see. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Oh, you can show that, but that's horrific, dude.
I'm like, I saw the report.
His eyes are all X'd out. Yeah,
I thought it was going to be him being fucked by something.
That's what I was expecting too. With Fuck Cornette, I thought he was going to be.
Is this Ryback? Pit of Spikes?
No, no, but someone must be listening to you, I guess, huh?
Did you hear about Ryback as well? Bitching on Twitter endlessly, like he always does. He basically took a screenshot.
But I thought he doesn't do that. I thought he doesn't do that, though. He said, be better than that. He told everybody 2 weeks ago, be better than that.
He took a picture of WWE's Vice President and Intellectual Property Counsel at WWE. His name is Matthew Winterroth. And he took a screenshot of his LinkedIn profile, and he said, this is the piece of shit who handles a lot of WWE's trademark bullshit. He's on LinkedIn still, and we have had to put this douche in his place several times when WWE tried to force me to hand over my social media handles. Must suck going through life being such a piece of shit, Matthew.
Wow.
So that's Ryback being positive.
That's
because
like
he's mad. WWE sent him a letter originally threatening him to basically relinquish his Twitter account and the name Ryback, and he argued with them. And now I guess they're still, I don't know if they're still going after him or something came back up about it, but the funny part is they own the name. They trademarked your name, Ryback. That's not your name.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he's so bent out of shape. Think about how many wrestlers had to, Emma Lena and, or Emma, she obviously goes under her real name now with Neil Dashwood. And there's so many people that have to either be, formerly known as, or they change their name. Dean Ambrose, John Moxley is going by his former moniker. That's just what happens. WWE, unless
I don't think Dean likes his name.
His legal name to Ryback.
Yeah, he pulled an Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think that, he would have to do that in order to keep the name, I think. And at this point, if they have full trademark over it, I don't know if he can.
First name Rye, last name Back.
But there he is bitching about the guy and putting him on blast, sending people to go and send him hate.
If you make the name, yeah, it's like, but dude, We just played Ryback saying don't do stupid shit like this to people. He just said this, that I don't do stuff like this to people. Be more positive. Somebody find me the clip. Somebody send me the clip of Ryback saying this in the chat. Somebody sent this to me originally, so you must know where it is. Send me the clip. He's in his fucking car eating food. And he's like, I just don't do that. You don't send hate in these fucking people. I don't block, blah, blah, blah. Dude, you are a hypocrite, Rysack. You're a hypocrite. By the way, Joe Villa in WWE, he's a piece of shit. Joe Villa is the reason why you can never get press passes. And Joe Villa is probably the reason why Loogie can show WWE video. Joe Villa, if you're watching, you're a piece of ass. I reached out to Joe Villa one time, and he never responded back. Then I called him. He never responded. I reached out. He never responded. I emailed. Never responded. Never responded. Never responded. Never responded. So I found him on LinkedIn, and I sent him a message on LinkedIn, and I was like, yo, Joe, what's up, man? I've been trying to contact you for a while about, being able to, get in when you guys get to Boston. There's going to be some press or whatever. If I was able to get in the building to interview a few wrestlers or, whatever the case, cover the event, promote it. He goes, I don't talk about stuff like this. This is my personal account, LinkedIn account or something like that. And he had some bullshit asshole response to me. And I was like, oh, well, I never get a response back when I call or email, so I figured this was I'd try here too. And he's like, don't ever contact me here. I was like,
it's a public
fuck you
account.
How about fuck you have a LinkedIn, you fucking cunt, Joe Villa, with your gold chain, you fucking Italian fucking New York piece of shit. Yeah, it's me, Joe Villa. Just sitting here at Joey Villa, sitting here in Stanford with my gold necklace and my sweaty fucking guinea fucking skin and my fucking cigar and my suit. Why do you have a Twitter then, too, you fucking idiot? You have a Twitter. Joe Villa, you have a Twitter, you scum-sucking fuckbag. Anyway, sorry. But
so Ryback's positivity, he posted this 8 hours ago. This is the POS for WWE, who handles a lot of their trademark bullshit. He's on LinkedIn still. I have to put this douche in several times when WWE tried to force me to hand over my social media handles. Yeah, like he publicly blasting this guy literally 8 hours ago.
He's a piece of shit for saying, "Oh, I don't do this," but then he goes ahead and literally he pulled a New York move, where you go ahead and instead of replying to something, you quote tweet it so that all your fans get to see it and you rile them up and have that mob mentality activate. So everyone goes ahead and sends hate that person's way.
I'm surprised he hasn't attacked me again, knowing like...
That'll come eventually. Just give it time.
You know what? He might have blocked me again. What's his handle? Isn't it Ryback22?
Yeah.
I think he blocked me again. I mean, on my new... Because he never blocked... Oh, maybe he didn't block me. Oh, yeah, he did.
He's still following me. The other day, he unfollowed me and then followed me again.
That's weird.
What?
He might be watching.
Yeah.
He's watching again.
He unfollowed and then followed me again the other day. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Wow. I thought it was because I thought it was a joke account, because the 22 at the end, I forgot he had the numbers. And so I thought it was a fake person, trying to do something funny with the show.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on it because I was still following, and lo and behold, so he still follows me, and I follow him. So
I've given him a million chances to sort of be cool and call the show, promote his show, whatever he wants to do, and it's like he never says anything. Like this guy doesn't believe in anything. He's never apologized. He's never reached out to me. He's never allowed me to reach out to him to apologize. Really. The only time I was able to make contact was that time I went up and shook his hand to say, listen, let's bury the hatchet. And then he didn't. He said I apologized to his face about everything. And then he said, you're going to be fucking better. And then the next day, he shit on me after saying...
Listen to this. So remember that post that me and Jake just mentioned?
Yeah.
So some guy responded saying, the big guy more like the jealous ex-girlfriend that just won't go away and shake my head, right?
Wow.
to which Ryback clips it and then retweets it saying, thank you, person. Hope your life improves and you can use social media a little bit better in the future. I'm sorry you got dealt a bad hand, but hopefully you can turn it around before it's too late. What?
Yeah, no, what that is he's that's him trying to get his subs to go after the guy or whatever.
Yeah,
so
he virtue signals too at times with that shit. It's also a form of gaslighting too, by saying no, you're crazy, and I hope that you do better. Even though he's attacking you by, feigning positivity, but really it's just like Joe said, to get his followers to go. And
it's getting dangerous too, because he's getting a bigger. He didn't used to have a big following really, so you could kind of mess with him and whatever. But it's like now he's starting to get a pretty big following today. So it's like now it's like he could really do some damage on people by twisting a narrative that's not there, because all these idiot marks are like, "You're great, Ryback," and shit like that. And it's like, no, he's not. He's kind of a dickhead. And he's kind of proven that, like, over time here.
Yeah, no kidding.
So weird.
I mean, I like him still. It's weird. It's like I have this weird thing with him where it's like I like him, but it's like I'm like constantly obsessed with him because he's so weird, because it's so bizarre. It's like I feel like he's like a little bit like me, but the only difference is he's like commits to like fuck you, and it's like, but I don't really want to have a beef with him. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want to. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm sort of just returning the favor that he gives me. I don't really want to have any kind of problem with him, but at the same time, I have no problem having a problem with him. If that makes any sense, like I have no problem, like
yes,
like beefing with you if you want. Yeah, it's like, but I don't know what to tell him. I guess I mean the guy just won't shut. The guy keeps saying like he just does all the opposite of what he says. Like, be positive. Don't be that guy that tweets people jealous and angry. He literally said that last week on his show.
Yeah.
Then today he's tweeting this stuff. He's a psycho. But I'm obsessed with him because he's such a psycho that I'm obsessed with like watching him contradict himself. I can't help it. It's like it's amazing. Like that's how he fucking. Not a lot of people call him out on it. It's very weird. Spaz, what up?
Connor 2 belts.
Connor 2 belts, let's all have a drink, baby. It's time to sip down the cran and my bubbly. That was as gross as I could possibly make it. I tried really hard. All right, I'm going to open up the phone lines here. I'm going to continue to take these donations. God knows we need them. I need them. Because fucking Connor gets paid in, like, cock. So that's all that happens there. But let's go ahead and we're going to take some phone calls. 339-226-6610. Most of you guys know the number. It's also down below in the description, as well as the donation link. Guys, drop them in if you'd like to support the show for out of nowhere. Oh, I don't need the number. It's already up. I'm stupid. The number's on the top of the screen. If you're outside the country, Danny Deadly, D-A-N-N-Y, D-A-D-L-Y, Skype.
Damn it, Joe, every time I see that dog at cage, WTF.
I know, the dog is always in the cage. Leah's cage training it. She cage trained Melly, so that's how you train the dog, I guess. I don't know.
A little bit of the bubbly. Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly. Bubbly.
Did you see the video where Antonio Brown laying with that girl?
Yes. Doesn't he jizz on her back? My son Champ, thank you for the $3. The new $3 bubbly donation. What's up? Ryback plus stem cells equals small, weak-ass punk bitch. Gorilla strong. What up, Gorilla? Gorilla, thanks for all the defending of me, by the way, that you've had to do over the last couple weeks for some reason against... Everybody seems to be ranting on me right now. I don't know what it is. It's like my time to be hated on and ranted on and shit like that. It's very strange. But I don't know what to tell you. Come at me, bro, I guess. I don't know. 860, how you doing?
How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm good, bro.
What's going on?
How you doing, Jake? How you doing, Connor? Congratulations.
Thank you.
He is the champ.
13 Cake style.
What up, Cake?
Enjoying the cran?
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm sipping it down, man. It's melting my esophagus as we speak.
Not as much as Jake's cum, right?
Yeah, no, Jake's cum would soothe my throat.
It's all the bananas. It gives it that exotic taste.
That potassium.
Mm-hmm.
Is it weird that they didn't announce that Elias got injured?
It is until the last second, yeah.
Like, you would think if it was like a major injury, especially in a tournament, they would say something like this.
Well, that's why everybody thought it was like a work at first, because it's like it was 3 hours before they went live. it was a break. We just found out now it was a break. We figured, okay, maybe it was a minor, like it was just weird.
Can I tell you why it's not weird? Can I tell you why it's not weird? Probably because even if they knew about it 3 days later, they would have waited till right before Raw because that gets news going, and the news wakes some people up like, oh yeah, Raw tonight, and so they use it as like a marketing tool to get, you know what I mean, people, a teaser to get people to watch in a way. I mean, I'm not saying I don't think it's real, but still, I don't think it's real. But that's why, you know.
Maybe he sprained his leg. I don't think he broke his ankle though.
I don't think he did anything to it. I think if he didn't break it, they wouldn't say break, because when you say break, now you're looking at fucking 4 to 6 weeks before you can come back. I think. I don't know. Someone looked that up, but a sprain.
And honestly, I think they should have just given Gable a bye.
That's how I felt.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I know it's the opposite of a baby face, but come on.
Well,
he's
even
gonna win anyway.
If they didn't want to buy, that's fine. Put him against Mustafa. Give Mustafa another chance. Fuck it. I don't like that.
Because the reason why I say this is because we know Corbin. There's a chance Corbin is probably going to win.
Right. Yeah, they built Gable up really hard, and then Corbin just beats him.
It's like, what's the point of having Gable win a match that we know that Corbin's going to beat him? You know? It's predictable.
Well, it's weird, though, that's not what... I mean, now Shane's in it. So is Kevin Owens going to cost Shane? And who cares? Now you essentially have two heels now. I mean, is Corbin just going to... Corbin's probably going to lay down
for Shane.
Exactly,
is he lay down for Shane.
Yeah, Corbin's going to lay down for Shane, or Shane's going to lay... Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Gable had to go and win, and just...
Dude,
it made it more...
It would have been funny, King McMahon...
He's already the best in the world, so...
Dude, he's going to win. He's totally going to win.
Can you imagine, Byron? He would be king of the world.
Oh, man. Are you smoking weed, bro? I'm like, this guy is great.
No, I'm just high on life, man.
Oh, man, I want to be high.
Can I get a bag of life, then?
Oh, man, like, I just think it was dumb that they just, we're just going to put Shane in that spot. It could have been anybody, but...
Well, they clearly planned it all along this way. I don't think that he is injured. I think they planned this all along. They swerved you with, oh, my God, the evil Corbin's going to win, but maybe not, because there's going to be all these good guys in the thing. Oh, wait, Shane's in it at the very end? I mean, who are they going to swerve now? Like, Shane or Corbin's winning the King of the Ring?
Because it would be cool, right? It'd be cool if Gable won, like, a surprise victory, like Bret Hart style.
Yeah.
With Bam Bam Bigelow.
Uh-huh.
Where he did that victory roll-up. And fun fact about that, according to Bam Bam Bigelow in a rare shoot interview, he said when Bret did the victory roll-up, when he rolled down to pin him, Bret farted on his face.
Oh, I'm sorry there. Oh, my God. Oh, pin me. Make sure I pin you.
It apparently, he said it was Earl Hebner that had a weird face, but it was actually Gorilla Monsoon's son, Joey Morella. He had that weird face.
I'm going to have to go back and find that now.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that and jack off, bro. That's hilarious. Good call, by the way. I appreciate that. And yeah, that was probably my favorite King of the Rings. Are definitely that Bret Hart one, and then obviously the Stone Cold one. Those two are my favorite. And Owens and Triple H's were like all right, but they were like backgrounds. And then probably Deadly Games was interesting, but that was Survivor Series actually, so I take that away. That wasn't King of the Ring. That was a tournament though. But yeah, that's it. Is there any other King of the Ring that I'm leaving out that like was really that good?
Not that I can think. I mean, what, like past tournaments?
Yeah, I mean, like to me, it's only like the Bret Hart win, the Stone Cold win, and then I thought Triple H and Owens years were like all right, but after that, like everything else, I feel sucked.
Yeah, it was hard to live up to those. That's for sure. Yeah, I can't really think like the 2000s. No, yeah, nothing really.
And the Austin one's a pretty big accident. But it's like not only was Austin's Austin's was good because it was completely organic. Not only did he go out there and appear to be this blue-collar workhorse, but then his obviously post-match speech and up against Jake Roberts, it really worked out really well for Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Bret Hart's was more like a well-executed build of a character, of a guy, his wrestling ability. And I know that, like you said, that victory roll, too, that ending, like there was so many different ways that Bret Hart won during that King of the Ring tournament. So both of those stick out to me. Triple M, hang on 1 second, man. I'm going to get him on hold. Unknown caller is on the phone. Hello.
Hey, Joe Cronin. How you doing, man?
What's up?
I have a question. Do you think heels should be the face of the company and not the faces? Since it's their main objective to like overthrow the bad guys.
You think? Did you say? Do I think heels should be the faces of the company?
Yes.
No, I mean
have them hold the belt longer.
Yeah, I mean I would think ideally you would like to see the heel hold the belt a little bit longer than a face, and ideally you'd like heels to be super interesting and over in the way that they are very interesting, but you hate them at the same time. If you can get that balance, that's perfect. If you're kind of like, yeah, like I like them, but once they go up against my face that I like, I'm booing them. That's really what you really want, I think. But also, the problem is you can't get any faces over. That's the problem. No faces are over. The heels are always more over than the faces now because everything is so boring that only the heels are allowed to sort of be something that isn't completely boring. So
yeah,
whenever,
the heels are super entertaining.
So whenever you get a face that gets over more than a heel, you're like, oh my God, we got to go with this now. That's why Kofi won at Mania, because all of a sudden nobody's getting cheered, right? Nobody's getting cheered, but people are kind of cheering Lesnar. People are cheering for the heels sometimes. Daniel Bryan was getting the most buzz. And he's a fucking heel. Daniel Bryan, with the belt, was getting the most reaction. Boo! People were booing him and cheering him because he was awesome. But the faces were getting a less response than Daniel Bryan. But he's the heel. So Daniel Bryan, in my opinion, was performing like an 8 out of 10 heel. I feel like he was an 8 out of 10 heel right before WrestleMania with that belt. He was doing a great job. But all the faces were like a 6 or a 5 until the crowd got behind Kofi Kingston. And the crowd got so hot for Kofi, the Kofi reached about an 8.5 in a face level. And so it was like, oh, here's the guy that can face the heel who has the fucking 8 out of 10 and nobody else is close. Wow, here we go. And Becky, that's why Becky was getting over for a while. Because after Becky got her nose broken and everything and she was a badass, people started cheering for her louder than they were cheering for anybody else. So it was like, wow, oh my God. But really quickly, the faces became boring again because they're still being booked the same way. So without this accidental shit, like broken nose Becky or Kofi Kingston takes the spot of injured Mustafa, without those weird sort of accidents happening, these guys don't get over with the crowd. That what made it interesting was what happened to them by accident. But the normal booking in promos was not getting over at all. So the only reason why we had Becky and Kofi becoming these faces for a second that were getting popular, that were put in the position to win like they were, was because the crowd started cheering for them, mostly because of goddamn accidents. So I don't agree. The heels should never be the face of the company, but the heels should be prominent. We should have faces be the face of the company. But we don't have that. We have Seth Rollins, I'm going to burn it down. When you have that, you have a failure. And so that's clearly a problem. So I don't think so. Yeah, I think that look at the Attitude Era, right? Look at the Attitude Era. When The Rock was supposed to be face, it didn't work out, and they made him heel. Eventually, he became The Rock, right? Think about that. At the time, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the most over fucking thing there was. Like a 9.5 out of 10 over with the crowd. But look at the competition Stone Cold had at the time. He had The Rock, but The Rock was in the mid-card. Like, The Rock says, you do this, you do that. But The Rock was in the mid-card. Rock was rising, but he wasn't quite near Steve Austin. But they could have put him against Austin, and you would have had a 9.5 face Austin against at the time, like 7.5 Rock. But Vince McMahon became the heel, and Vince was like a fucking 8.5 out of 10 villain. But Stone Cold was still above him in popularity. That's what got the whole fucking thing over. Hulk Hogan was the top guy. Ted DiBiase was never the top guy. Hogan was the top guy. Stone Cold was the top guy, not Vince McMahon, not The Rock. And then eventually they flipped The Rock into that position. But you can't have heels that are more over than the faces, or you don't have anything. Then you have faces. like it doesn't make any sense. So exactly. No, the face always has to be over the heel. But right now what you have is the caller in a way is kind of right. The heels are more over than the faces. Yep. So there's nowhere. What the fuck do you do? But the problem is the heels are more over than the faces. But the heels are booked like heels, and the faces are booked like faces.
You gotta go ahead and burn it down.
Triple M, go ahead, man.
They don't know how to build faces anymore. That's the problem.
They can't build faces. There's no chance because of this fucking. The faces are horrible. The scripting is terrible. Like, you can't do it.
Gonna walk into this pay-per-view and burn it down.
They over-script the people they're trying to build as faces, and the fans ultimately turn on them.
That's what happened with Becky. Yep. I mean, Becky decked Charlotte at SummerSlam last year, and the crowd went fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no one wanted to boo her at all.
No.
Absolutely not.
Sad.
Anything else, Triple M?
I like the new crayon donation. Or not crayon, sorry, the bubbly donation. You should add the at the end, though.
Does he do that?
Yeah, he goes, a little bit of the bubbly.
Really?
Added the at the end.
That's what I was saying, yeah, the
Really? I had no idea. I gotta go add that. Let me go listen. Hold on, let's listen.
Yeah, go rewind it back before he says it.
Look at this stuff, huh?
He is bruised. He is bloody.
All right, let me pause it. Let me try to get it here. Let's see.
Bubbly. Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly. Bubbly.
All right, let's go. Let's see if I can record it because I had no idea he did that. Is it at the very end?
No, it's at the beginning. So before when he sees it for the first, like, ooh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I can get it.
There's a little guy in there. Can't even get proper olives, can you? What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
That's it. Ooh.
Oh my god, I had no idea, guys. Hold on, let me go back. Oh!
What else we got? Oh! A little bit of the bubbly!
That's it.
Holy shit. Let me alter this donation, because that's hilarious.
Ooh! Oh! A little bit of the bubbly! Want some bubbly? A little bit of the bubbly! Bubbly! What else we got? Oh!
Holy shit, bro. I can't believe I missed that. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
What else we got?
And the fact that he improv.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. That's
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
I just respect him so much more the fact that he improved all of that.
Oh yeah, I mean this shit's hilarious. Let me see if I can
He's
get
done it all before. He's always good on his toes.
Hey, before I get out of here,
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh! Oh! A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
All right, what, Triple M?
Before I get out of here, the guy I'm working with who's starting to design my new logo, my friend has like 100,000 followers on Twitch, got me him to do it for free. I might be able to get him to design a turkey shirt for you.
That would be pretty cool,
This
man.
guy's really good. So I'll let you know on that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be pretty sick.
Right,
I appreciate that, bro. I love you, man. Good shit, Triple M. Thank you, man. $25 producer, Triple M.
I was just say, can he make me skinny? No?
Please make Jake skinnier.
That's it. Just, he can animate me skinnier.
Let me go into the donations now and alter that, because that is too funny. Guys, if you want to...
priceless.
If you want to support the show, feel free to donate. The link is in the description box down below, or you can use the Super Chat feature But I definitely suggest if you're strapped for cash a little bit, definitely try the new $3 bubbly donation. That will help keep us on the air and keep these shows going, because this will not make any money on YouTube. We know that. Let's see, bubbly.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Oh, except we got Connor going. That's it. Over at Abbadon.
Ah. Sorry.
Fuck it. He'll live forever in the donation.
That's right.
Woohoo!
Makes it even better.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm down with it. We'll leave Connor in there. I'm not changing.
It's like me laughing in the
I'll fix
ugly
it.
title belt.
Yeah, I'll fix it later. Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, I'll fix it later. Cash Tropolis, thanks very much for subbing to the channel. What's up, man? If anybody's new here, make sure you sub. And I might play some PUBG tonight, man. I might play some PUBG. But PUBG, man, the video game shit has died down a lot. So I've been just kind of bailing on that and working on other shit or sleeping. But we'll see. Maybe I'll play some video games tonight. We'll see if we get support for it. If not, it's not really worth it to sit here and play video games all night. But we'll see. I'll play a little bit at the end and see what happens. DC Derek is the top donator with the big championship belt, $17. Jake, is there anything?
In the crayon.
Oh, yeah, and I got it right here. I actually brought the crayon out again. It's been a while.
Yes, so SmackDown, we didn't mention it before, but they got a 2.06 for the rating. So even that was down from the week before to 2.13.
Yikes.
I mean, the whole week just fell down, you know, and even with The Undertaker, it didn't help.
What a horrible show. Jake, you know what? I didn't even fucking review it. I said, you know what?
No, I know.
Fuck
it wasn't
this.
worth reviewing.
You didn't miss anything.
Well, twice. I was going to review it today. I watched it again earlier and went, I can't, fuck this. And then the other thing is, last night when my computer was freezing, it's just freezing so much, I was like, all right, it froze, and I redid everything. 20 minutes had gone by, and it froze again, and I just, for the third time, and I just went, fuck this. And I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing a review on this show. I'm going to bed. I was like, and my daughter also actually wanted me to lay with her, and she was tired, like, upset. So I was like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, dad time's more important. You know that.
Yep.
It was just a shit show that didn't even need to be covered.
It's like, I'm sick of them trouncing The Undertaker out there by name just to be like, we'll go out there and say whatever. And
yeah, just go and ramble for a minute, and then you're going to hit somebody quickly and have it be over with. Being reported now, WrestleVotes, I don't always abide by, but it seems like this is pretty accurate. The plan as of now for the new announced teams for the shows is that Michael Cole is heading to SmackDown on Fox, and Vic Joseph is becoming the lead man on Monday Night Raw. He states this is not set in stone, as nothing is with WWE, but this is their working idea. So they're going back to two-man teams.
Yeah, I did hear about that, which was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
First
I mean,
of all,
other people besides the WrestleVote jackass's Twitter posted stuff, but that's the one being credited at this point.
First of all, Vic Joseph really did take my job. Second of all, he is a robot. I hate him. He's a robot.
It might be a little bit more tolerable when they're in a two-man setting. We'll see, because it'll be forced to be a little bit different, but
no.
You don't think so at all?
Vic Joseph is not. Nope. Vic Joseph will never, ever be a good announcer but in WWE that's not robotic. He will never be anything more than a robot sounding Michael Cole-ish type of guy who maybe is a little bit better than Cole just because you're not used to him, but he really is robot number 7 as an announcer. This is horrible. I'm going to murder
imagine
myself.
Dealing with him every Monday now as your lead announcer.
It could be because of sour grapes from me. It could be, but I just see him as Mr.
No, because you're not
Robot.
alone. A lot of people feel the same way. I mean, he is very, very, very non-animated and dry. So
I was told they took him. A big reason was like he had this presence that Vince, the size and how tall he was, and he was young and had the jaw and looked like a news reporter. That's why they got rid of Rich Brennan, who was good. Rich Brennan was goddamn good, but he looked like a fucking rat.
Yeah,
so
unfortunately.
They got rid of him. Now, you shave my face, and you put a suit on me, I'm going to look a little bit better. But, like, Vic Joseph just has this presence that Vince, I'm sure, loves. He's got this look. But he sucks, as far as I'm concerned, on the WWE. He's so boring. This sucks.
WWE is also still talking about their tier system for the network. So they're going to have a free option now, which is pretty much what you get on the YouTube side of things, and they might offer some content for free every now and again, like a former pay-per-view. If SummerSlam's this weekend, they might give you last year's SummerSlam for free, things like that.
Yeah.
Then they have their $9.99 tier, which is like their regular one. It'll have everything you have now. It'll still be loaded with the premium things that we get at this point, the pay-per-views, the custom content, stuff like that. But then they're advertising a top tier, and rumor has it, apparently, this is again from various sites. The one I'm going off of is Ringside News, but it says that Evolve, ICW, Progress, even potentially Jakara would come on board, and they'd be broadcasting that in the network, because WWE has gone as far as to reach out to Lucha promotions in Mexico as well to house their content on the network. So premium would include all of these other brands, as well as the WWE stuff and new content that's not available on the normal $9.99 premium level.
Well, 914 is on the phone. What up, 914?
It's interesting.
It is weird.
Good evening, everybody. And I just wanted to say that The Undertaker actually debuted on November 22nd, 1990.
Not the 19th?
Nope.
Well,
no, I mean he came.
Hartford, Connecticut.
Technically, he had a Superstars taping match a couple days before, but as far as on air, yeah, he debuted at Survivor Series. But he did debut in an untelevised match on the 19th.
Yeah, he was with the $1 Million Man and Rhythm and Blues.
Okay, so I confused the dates, but I did know that he did debut before that. But you're right, as far as we all knew, I was thinking of the 22nd show then.
Yeah, but the untelevised one that they're going off of, which was actually his entrance into the company, was the 19th. So,
like, if you literally Google when did Undertaker debut, it comes up the 19th.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're both right and we're both wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of like both things.
Yeah, I mean, you're not inaccurate. You're that's
it's
that's
a weird
so
thing.
Odd.
Yeah, it's weird.
That Ezekiel Bible quote, the 11:19 that they included about the heart of stone and replacing the heart and all this stuff. It fits with what's going on with Bray as well. But when someone quoted that to him directly on Twitter, he said maybe it has multiple meanings. So it's whatever the hell they want it to be at this point.
I got it. Thanks, guys.
All right, man.
Peace
out. No problem. Peace out.
Have a great night.
Good shit.
Hey.
423, what's up, man?
423. This is Joe Cronin, Mr. Jake.
What's going on?
Guys, I got a couple of things to say, and I'll try and keep them as brief as I can because I've been listening to you guys recently. One of my favorite pastimes is I will watch Raw and
a little bit of the bubbly.
My bad.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
Oh, 1 second.
A little bit of the bubbly.
It's fine.
I had a bubbly fart once. It wasn't good.
A little bit of the bubbly. DC Derek, thank you, man. Look at that, man. Jericho looks burnt out. DC Derek, thanks for the bubbly, man. I'm sorry, I had to pause the donations. DC Derek, thanks for dropping the bubbly on us.
No, man, you guys are great. You guys are great. I had a couple of things I wanted to say, and like I said, first and foremost, I wanted to really give you guys a deeper level of appreciation because I've been going through some things. It's not anybody's personal business. It's just been very hard. It's fun. I'm getting back on my feet. It's all good. I don't know. That probably sounded really stupid saying that like that, but that's fine.
Yeah,
whatever.
Man, I get it. I listen to a lot of people binge listening during some shit right now, I bet.
Everybody's going through some stuff. So long as you can keep yourself focused, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I didn't call for a pity party, and I didn't call to pat you guys on the ass and tell you how great you are. You guys already know that shit. You can tell it by the way you talk. Pardon my language. But what I was going to say is one of my favorite pastimes has been I'll watch, like I said, Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. Doesn't matter how much it sucks or what I like about it or whatever. As soon as it's over, I'll pop down on the floor and plug in some video games and I listen to your guys' podcast. It's the first time I actually had the nerve to call. So. That being said, what do you guys really think about this whole themed Hell in a Cell thing? What do you really think is going to come of it? And that's one thing. I've got one other point, and anytime you want to throw me off the phone, that's totally cool.
Wait, what was the first thing about who? What?
How do we feel about the Fiend at Hell in a Cell? You know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk quick so I don't waste your guys' time.
No, Hell in the Cell, man. I mean, I think you should. It sounds like he's going to show up in the cage, but I don't know why they tipped it off so much already. You know.
The thing is, I'm not against it, and I know that the title needs Bray more than Bray needs the belt. We've come down to this. I just wish we got a bit. I know there's still time too, so it could be proven wrong. But he's only had one match, and the one feud that he's had was one match. And I know everyone's, it's not too soon. Oh, it is too soon. I still feel like it partially is too soon. I mean, he'll make a great champion. There's no way he can lose, though, walking into Hell in a Cell. If he loses it, to Seth or to Braun, or no matter how, they dropped the ball with this one. They fucked it up real bad. And I just wish that he had done a bit more elsewhere before getting the title. It just feels like a real quick ascension, and especially when there's so much ground to cover. He didn't feud with anyone else. He's just making a lot of money for Vince, so he's right in the title picture. And I feel like we could have really built this up for a while. The problem is, once he gets the title, now is he going to be there all the time? How is he going to be defending it? Yeah, I want to see everything that goes with that. I want to see the Firefly Funhouse with the belt. I want to see, but
702 call back. I'm sorry, I hung up on you.
No, it's like a Brock Lesnar thing, though. Honestly, if they're going to try and keep him as a special attraction, not be on TV, now we're back to where we were. What I didn't like with Brock, the title's not being defended. It's not showing up. It's not. So, I mean, it's still too soon to tell, I think, but that's part of the problem in general.
Yeah, I hung up on 702. 702, I did not mean to hang up on you, so call back. I will put you on the air. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Connor.
It's tough for me, too, because on one hand, I definitely agree with Jake. On the other hand, though, I mean, striking while the iron's hot. I mean, what else can you really do with him at this moment? Like eventually it's going to come to a point where the Fiend's going to challenge for the belt at some point in time.
I would have just liked to have seen a couple more matches between him challenging for the belt and maybe a little bit more backstory or
And the thing is, he can get away with this because this character is so damn unique if they just know how to play their cards right with it. So he could either win and or lose and still come out looking very good if they just protect him the right way. But that's
they don't have a good track record.
We don't have a lot of faith in that.
We got Capital Murder on the phone.
What up?
What's up, baby? How you doing?
What's going on?
What's up, everybody? Hey, I'm going to go into work tomorrow, burn it down, and then get my check for the week. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I want to get the check first.
I always have a reason I call, but now that I said that, like, what was he doing? Who was he? Do you remember who he was talking to when he said that?
Yeah, he's talking to Braun and everybody. Yeah, but he kind of looked embarrassed. He was kind of like slumped back in the chair like this, like, well, I'm gonna go in, burn it down. And it was like
even in wrestling, where you can pretty much say anything and get away with it. Like, I don't understand the context at all.
No, well, the other day they keep trying to like show you what it means or whatever. Like the other day, like when Stone Cold was in the ring, that was super cringy, and I think that Seth Rollins like said Stone Cold's catchphrase or something like that, and then he was like, and that's what I'm talking about when I say burn it down. Like he basically was saying like that's what burn it down means.
Stone Cold, when he gave that thumbs up, looked like he wanted to kill himself.
Even Austin looked like, what? God damn, this is gay as hell. What the fuck are we doing?
I mean, dude, if he didn't have that show on USA, he would not
be here. Yeah, he wouldn't be here. No doubt, he would not be here. By the way, the ratings are going down. I don't think the show's very good at all. I thought Broken Skull Ranch was really good. I think Stone Cold's podcast is awesome, but this show sucks.
No, man, like you said, I think you did a video on I only got through the first 2 minutes of the first episode, and it's like they're really forced into these situations, and I mean, I guess it's just I'm old fashioned. I mean, I'm 27. I'd just rather see them sit at a studio or a desk and just ask questions. They're driving the car and they're just like really, really awkwardly doing activities, and I like anything with Stone Cold, so I wish I liked it, but it just seems like it's weird.
I'm the same way.
There's the two that worked well was with him and Becky and him and Sal Volcano.
I didn't like the Becky one. I turned
him
it
and
off.
Becky have a decent amount of history, and the way they were conversing wasn't the best one, but it certainly was enjoyable to watch. I got some satisfaction out of it, especially seeing the stunner at the end. That was a bit of a highlight.
Yeah, I think the second half of that was
their
fun.
interaction for throwing the hatchet thing was funny and driving the ATVs. But the one with Sal, they're friends. They go back a long time. I didn't see the one with Fluffy there, Gabriel Iglesias, yet. So I still have to see that one. But the one with him and Sal was really cool because you could just tell, like, they're friends, they're hanging out. Sal is such a fan of wrestling, so being able to go and see the IC title that Austin had and have these nostalgia moments was heartwarming, to say the least.
I mean, I think the one with Becky was a little bit better from what I did see of it, just because you can tell like she genuinely wants to learn from him and kind of wants to really get in his mind, and you can tell she really legitimately was a fan, not just saying, "Oh, I'm a big fan." You can tell that she really wants to capture some of that.
Go Bears!
What he had.
Go Bears! But no, I thought the second half of the Becky one was much better. The first half I didn't get through. I turned it off because the car conversation, I was just like, ugh. And once they get out of the car and started doing things, I liked it a lot better. But it was just, again, I don't think it's. I don't know. I gotta watch more of it, I guess. But I just got bored. I was like, I'd rather listen to I'd rather listen to a goddamn podcast with Stone Cold and Becky than watch that show.
Of course, yeah. And on the other point you're saying with heels and baby faces, it like when you're saying they can't get the faces over, it almost makes me think that like AEW, if they do it right, I think I said AEW, like they don't want to have heels and. Yeah, they don't want to have heels and faces, you said, but you kind of got to, like, Jericho is, like, the perfect example of what a heel can be in 2019, but I sort of like the idea of going back and forth. Like, I sort of think that might work nowadays a little bit better than WWE tries to do the just straight, you're either a babyface or you're either a heel. There's not really any.
I think that was more bullshit spewing from Cody's mouth saying, we're not going to have faces and heels. It's not going to be the atypical... prototype. I think that's straight up bullshit. Him just trying to sound.
It's another bullshit thing from Cody. Everything he said is a lie. They already have
faces and heels very well established.
We're not going to go after WWE. They did. We're not going to be shock humor. They did. We're not going to have fucking violence and whatever. They did. We're faces and heels aren't going to be what they normally are. They are. Cody Rhodes, everything he said is not true. Everything Cody
announcing
said.
The match with Cody as well also totally devalues the TV title defense, because they already said it's Cody versus Jericho, not Cody versus whoever's the champion. They stated it's Cody versus Jericho.
The belt's on the line before it. The belt's on the line before it too.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So it undervalues and devalues anyways the TV title defense, because then Jericho's going to retain.
I just want people to understand, when you're saying TV, you mean when the AEW world title is defended on television.
Yes,
it's kind of weird because they've already
booked pointless
Jericho
because they already
Cody.
announced the pay-per-view match.
Yeah, I don't understand.
They've already
what
worked on the feud. Jericho already did that promo on YouTube or whatever. So
now this is, by the way, this is
going to be the match.
This is going to set a standard. If Jericho is no longer the champion for that match, wow, anything can happen. But if Jericho wins and defends his title successfully, well, then they're just like WWE. They'll spoil their own shit. So because they've already
just to sell tickets,
because it's spoiled then. Because like you said, they announced the championship match, but there's still going to be a TV match before that.
Yep.
I think they're trying to like what Jake was saying about. I think they're trying to like show, we're going to use social media to announce big things, but I think that they can go too far with that. Whereas you need to kind of remember that TV is like your main way of communicating to the fans, because there are fans that aren't like constantly on social media.
Exactly, and like you said too, that they're trying to be one step ahead, but they really, at least WWE, like I'll give them credit with the Fiend stuff. They said challenging Seth or Braun, whoever, at least they're trying to rectify some of it. But usually they ruin themselves with announcing matches that don't happen on TV and whatnot. But AEW, like you said, this is their big chance. They could really have something here. But
dude, I'm so scared.
I feel like it's going to be the same step.
I'm so scared of the Fiend being in that title match, and just like, are they gonna fuck it up?
Watching him exit the ring last night, just on cell phone video. It's creepy. It has this very ominous feel, especially in a live setting when you're watching it not on WWE's televised cameras, like you get to see it at a different angle. He has a very small window to be so accurate because you hear the cackling laugh that he does come over the PA, and so he has to get out of the mat, out of the ring, run up to the ramp, and be in this specific spot where the spotlight is. And it's a small section, so he has to be extremely accurate every time for the light to be on him in the right spot. So that there's small room for error there, and just the way he's turned and facing the crowd, and you're hearing the laughing and the static music comes back on. Just his presence.
Oh, yeah.
It is very
Joe.
eerie. It's overwhelming. So,
Joe, real quick, and I'll let you go. Raw is coming to St. Louis, where I live, on the October 28th, and it looks like I saw some tickets that were, I think, 10th row for like $65. I'm wondering if I should grab them, or you think they'll keep going down?
They probably won't do that well, but they will sell probably. But I don't think they'll sell for above value.
I just haven't gone in like 7, 8, 9 years.
I mean, if you wanted to go, I mean, if they're like $40, why not? But I mean,
my wife's never been there, and she's kind of watches a little bit with me now, so I kind of wanted her to see the kind of the experience. I just wish they'd do the old school fireworks and all that cool shit.
Dude, you sound like so many people who are going for the first time in 5 or 10 years or 15 years, and it feels like we're all going to Raw and SmackDown recently. To die or whatever, like you know what I mean, no, I'm not kidding. Like,
I know.
My wife never saw it.
Jury duty.
Yeah, like she never saw the show. Go. Here's what it was, honey. Anyway,
the
it
last
sucks.
time, actually, it's been 9 years. The last time I went, me and my brother went. It was New Year's Revolution Elimination Chamber. I remember Triple H, and it was the one that Undertaker caught himself on fire by accident, or one of the crew caught him on fire, and we were there. Like fourth row, so we had really good seats. So we saw the Undertaker. He threw his trench coat off. He was madder than a motherfucker, and they didn't show it on TV, obviously. But man, he was pissed, literally. But it's been 9 years, so
water the whole time.
Muhammad, I'm going to respond to you really quick on this comment. First of all, I didn't call Cody Rhodes an idiot. I never called Cody Rhodes an idiot. So this comment is retarded. I don't have a problem with you, by the way. I like Muhammad. Don't fucking fuck with him. But I never called him an idiot. And I'm not, and I do call out WWE. When WWE lies, I call them out. So you want special treatment for Cody. You think that I shouldn't call out Cody for saying this. And by the way, I'm not even calling him out. I'm just bringing to light that everything Cody Rhodes has said has been a lie. Like, I mean,
Muhammad, why don't you just suck him off?
I mean, why don't you just blow Cody Rhodes already? So no, I'm sorry. Everything he says, he does the opposite. So everyone's noticed that. So I'm going to bring that up. But I did not say he's an idiot, I don't believe. I mean, maybe I did, but I mean, you
didn't say that.
He's not an idiot.
You never said that.
But yeah, WWE does dumb fucking shit. We literally spend 90% of the show shitting on it and talking about it. And one time I mentioned that all the examples of how Cody Rhodes contradicts himself, and you're upset. I mean, come on, bro. Like, let's be real. But anyway, go back to call. I just had to comment on that.
I mean, I really just want to buy it. I really just want to buy the tickets to see Alexa Bliss in person, his ass cheeks in person. But
oh, you're calling him an idiot? Oh, Muhammad's calling him an idiot. What the fuck are you saying, Muhammad? What the fuck?
Did you? Let me find. Did you just rant on that guy and you misunderstood him?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't know. Well, his name is Muhammad. I mean, come on. Who knows what he meant? He probably just put
in 9/11 right
he
now.
Probably
God
gonna,
knows what's going on.
Yeah, he's gonna do 9/11 again. No, I'm just kidding. No, Muhammad Abdel. Thanks, man. I'm sorry, Muhammad. I love you,
all
man.
Right, Joe.
I'm fucking
you guys,
kidding, Muhammad.
Thanks for taking my call. Thanks for taking my call,
go to
man.
Raw.
I love
Take
you all.
Wife,
go to Raw.
Date night and go.
Yeah,
have fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my wife to it, and all you guys in the chat who are saying Joe was doing that Roman Reigns using him for cancer. You got to be the dumbest motherfucker. But with that, I'll let you go. See you.
All right, baby. Thank you very much for the call. Yeah, no, I mean, I've never ever said that Roman faked his cancer ever, so it's never happened. You can pretend that all you want, but it's never happened. Now, the weird thing is
that they worked it into the best possible spot. Because I think they knew that
it
wasn't as bad.
They exploited
as they said it was, so they exploited it.
Yeah,
but
they
never
exploited
once did I say or you say or anybody say that he faked it.
Yeah, well, JD did, but the weird thing is,
he's not here. Fuck him.
But that's the weird thing is that people went after the people. I don't even think they should go after him for that. I don't have a problem that JD said it. That's the thing, is that's his opinion. I don't blame him. Look what WWE's done in the past. I don't blame him. I don't have a problem with that. I don't agree with it, and I think it's like, but I'm not like, ooh, JD, you awful person for thinking. No, I think it's a tough standpoint to take, but it fucking, it could be true, but I don't agree with it. And I just can't believe they would do that. But at the same time, I get it. So, but again, these people spent all week going after me about something I didn't even say. Meanwhile, he's literally said it, and he's on Chris Van Fishfillet's fucking interview saying it again. When he's like, well, you said that Roman faked his cancer. And Jay's like, it's just, you never know, with WWE. Like, he didn't exactly say, I want to say that I made a mistake with that. He didn't say that. He stuck by what he said. And people are going after me when I didn't say it. So I think they're JD fans, to be honest, because he says everybody comes after him that are my fans. Well, I think his fans come after me. So I think it's bullshit. Anyway, we got a caller on the phone again. We're taking calls. 727, hello.
Hi, I would like to say you probably want to do a cock transplant with your friend on the podcast.
With my friend? What the fuck?
What the hell?
What did he say?
Why, he wants to have a smaller dick?
You are fucked.
He said you should do a cock transplant.
With who?
Why, if it's me, then you're going to end up with a smaller dick. You don't want that. And Connor's, if you take his, you don't have the body size for Connor's.
I'm happy with my 6 inches.
If you got me, it would be in a recession.
Wow. I mean, there's only one way to go, and that's up, baby.
Listen, I like my 6 inches here, okay?
That is to walk in as double champ. Burn it down.
Speaking
of, I've always said, it's 2 inches, but the width of a tuna can, so.
It's like a cheese wheel.
Yeah.
Speaking of cocks,
how
small do you think Ryback's cock is?
Oh, it's non-existent. It inverted. It went inside him at this point. That's why he's so fucking cranky.
It's
Joe. I have an innie.
I have an innie. It's gonna be in you, and I'm gonna finish with my nub in it.
I like how he giggled at the end of the call, though. Wanda even pointed it out.
Yeah, he couldn't even get through it.
You should get in the cock transplant.
Dude, was that Rojas? I mean, like, what the fuck? It sounded like Rojas.
What happened to prank calls where people used to actually...
We have the worst prank calls, dude. In 2013 and 14 and 15, I had so many prank calls on this show, but they were good. Like, they've gone to hell, man. I don't know. It's because kids are retarded now. It's like they've gone to hell. We used to have good calls, like prank calls.
What else we got? Oh,
A little bit of the bubbly.
that's it. Bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh,
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Good show, guys. A little bit of the bubbly.
Thank you, Swizzerve with the $3 with the bubbly. I needed some bubbly. Everybody needs a little bubbly in their life. I think Jake just said that actually, but I'm taking what he said from him.
Go
fuck
for it.
him.
I don't even know if I said it.
I don't know either. I just might be making that all up. Anything else from you guys as far as comments, wrestling news, Night of Champions takes? We'll probably do a prediction show tomorrow or the next day.
No, nothing
on my end.
You're all set, Connor? Yeah, I went through a plethora
A lot of stuff. Oh, no,
a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there really isn't any news today. There's like two things.
A lot of it we covered earlier on with the 2-man announce team, Tommaso Ciampa essentially coming back, for the NXT debut.
A bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
A bubbly bubbly.
The Connor in there being like, "That's it."
I love it.
King
That's
Drep
it.
Corbin. Is that Drep? Thank you, Drep. King Drep.
Triple H saying that 205 Live is deader than dead and being consumed by NXT. Same with the Cruiserweight title. That was a big piece of news. And
right.
Yeah.
All the injury updates. I do think Elias is legitimately injured. That's just my take on it. If certain people are reporting that it's a break, that sucks.
Knowing our luck, there's going to be a huge pice of news that drops tomorrow, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, every fucking day after this, we have a big news dump. Like, I mean, for the last, I want to say, 4 weeks to 5 weeks, it's been like Thursday news time.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Oh, God, it's been horrible.
Is it changing soon enough? Next week goes SmackDown, or excuse me, Jesus, I keep saying SmackDown Live. NXT goes live. So next week, next Wednesday.
I also want to remind everybody that tomorrow night, guys, Thursday Night Throwdown. Throwdown has been rivaling Monetize This and Entertainment Factor. So be here on my other YouTube channel, Corrupted Nation, for Throwdown tomorrow night. And Friday night, Monetize This. Last Monetize This was really a fucking good time. And, you know, somebody said something about the regression. People always say this about Monetize This, but episode 223 was like a top 10 episode.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Oh.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
AEW is full of shit. Also, now that they are a weekly show, don't expect 6-star matches on a nightly basis. Their women's roster sucks too. Lovely bubbly.
Yeah, that's the one thing NXT has over them in spades.
DMOON. Listen to this, though. Here's the thing. They have the potential, though, to be way more creative with stories and things like that, where they don't have to have all the wrestling. And they can also have, like, hardcore matches on TV. So all that stuff and being TV 14 is going to make them way more interesting than WWE. It's just going to happen, you know, DMOON.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Look at that bubbly train.
Bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Bubbly.
Le Champion the GOAT Y2J top 3 of all time for me. Here it is, a little bit of the bubbly champagne bottle. Joe question, why the fuck is Shane still wrestling? Got nothing left to prove. Thoughtful face. Poop.
I honestly believe Moss Blaze. What up, Moss Blaze? And yeah, I honestly believe that Shane, while I don't think he needs to retire necessarily, and he should be coming back to wrestle maybe here or there, but yeah, I mean, at the same time also, you know, he really shouldn't be wrestling as much, and I really can't stand the coast. No coast to coast. Stop doing that. You're going to get another concussion. Just please stop the coast to coast and don't jump off.
He's missing lately too. If you notice, when he does do it, like he's barely getting there.
It's not worth it. The move is not worth it. I would rather see Shane go through the table off the top rope, or you know, like get hit with a chair into a pile of things. Like whatever.
He sweats almost as much as I do just getting out of bed. I mean, Christ.
Yeah, he does sweat
fucking
profusely.
Beat red in the face, loaded with sweat, and just dead constantly. So.
Yo, thanks for that donation, man. We're having a bubbly train. It's a bubbly train. Get your last thoughts in with the bubblies. This is our last few minutes here. $3 bubbly donation. It's a brand new one. If you guys want to show love for the new donation, I think I should keep it around. I think it's a good one. I think it's a winner. I think we're keeping it.
Sweet.
I like it.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Fuck it. I'll hop on the bubbly train.
A little bit of the bubbly. Gook the Humpster Broski.
There we go.
Gook, thank you, man. The bubbly train. It's happening right now, folks, in front of your very eyes. The very special bubbly. What up, Killer of Demons 669? Triple M in the chat making some noise all night. Daryl Stoltz, one of the few mods left in the chat as well. Appreciate that support. I think I'm going to play some video games, guys. I think I'm going to let Connor and Jake get the fuck out of here, go to bed. These poor bastards are tired. They have a lot of stuff to do. I got to take the kids to the bus stop and all that fun stuff tomorrow, so hell yeah.
Baby. Well, tomorrow we'll try and get the, I keep wanting to say King of the Ring, but Clash of Champions predictions done.
Yes.
And we'll go from there.
And I have an interesting idea.
Yes.
For the Monetize This championship this Friday that I'm going to talk to Joe about first. But just keep your eyes and ears peeled for sure.
Wow. Okay. I mean, the belt doesn't have to be on the line, but maybe it will be. I don't know what's happening. We'll talk about it, and I'm game for that. 702's on the phone. Hello.
Hey guys.
How you doing, man?
Hey, so I have a question. Since NXT's moving to Wednesday nights, are you going to move out of nowhere to Thursday nights? Are you going to move Throwdown to Tuesday when SmackDown goes on? Have you paying a thought into that yet?
I've actually been ignoring it as long as possible for some reason. By the way, you're in Vegas. You can go hit up Ryback for us. No, but I haven't really thought about it, but when I do, there will be an announcement. Like, it'll be multiple. I'll probably announce it in multiple places. I might even make a video explaining it.
Because next week, I don't know where is going to be a combined Super Show because it'll be an NXT review for the first live show as well as Out of Nowhere. So it's going to be a huge show.
Yeah, we'll next week I think we will combine it, and then we'll by the time AEW starts, I will have an answer as to what in the world we're going to do, I believe. But we may also announce what we're going to do here on this show, but then also, you know what I mean, see how it goes, you know? And that's about it, man. Jake and Connor, if you got one more thing to cover for me real quick, I'm going to pee, I'm going to drop my bubbly in the toilet, and then I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Just for about 1 minute, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm not against The Fiend having the title by any means. I mean, it's going to be exciting to see what it's done in the Firefly Funhouse and all that. I just, you know.
I thought you wanted to monetize this championship. I'm like, yeah, that would be fun.
That would be awesome, but I'm just still apprehensive because I don't have any faith in WWE not screwing this up. You know?
If Bray still has the creative control that he said that rumor that he does have, you know?
Yeah. You know, and we'll see. I mean, that's all there is to it. We will see. We know Johnny Gargano is definitely staying, he said tonight, in NXT. That's not a spoiler, as it's been plastered all over WWE social media. Got a hell of an ovation. And also WWE announced that they're staying at Full Sail. You know, Triple H said that as well, that they re-signed there, and they're there for quite some time to come, which is good news. I'm just I'm curious how they're going to manage stars, you know, who will be picked. Is it only NXT alumni, or are they going to have, you know, people that weren't under the NXT roster at one point coming back too? So
I am going to be interested about this whole draft thing, about what the fuck they're going to do with certain people. Because if we were to hold Triple H to his word about like people switching around, in fact, while we were talking, I just saw this on Twitter. Kevin Owens posted a picture of it's from the back. It says "My daughter and her friend," and it's him taking a photo of somebody from behind. It's a gentleman holding his daughter's hand while also holding his own daughter in his arms, and it's pretty clear it's Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
So
and
just adding fuel to
obvious.
the fire. Yeah. So they're adding more fuel to the fire of him going to NXT.
And it certainly seems like Ciampa will be back for the live debut next week. Seems like that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
It is also a little point of contention here, slight bit of an argument, but some people in the back did tell Sasha that she should have asked for permission to be called the Blueprint, because Matt Morgan has been using that moniker for over 15 years now, and he wasn't thrilled with it. He was on the WINC podcast, and he was speaking about the issue, saying that, here's the thing, it's cool that she wants to use it, but she could have easily just DM'd me and said, hey, dude, I have blue hair now, I want to use the Blueprint. You just do the common courtesy thing. I know for a fact that 50% of the roster have already told her that she should have asked me. And that's it. You know, you want to do, he said, but if I ever want to come back out of retirement and wrestle, I can't use the Blueprint because Sasha is using it now. And it's not like she doesn't know me. The girl works out of the same gym I do here in Orlando. There's a poster hanging in the gym of me that says Blueprint Matt Morgan. So he's not wrong. You know, it is a bit of a you know, underhanded thing, especially in the wrestling business. People usually are harsh on tradition. And, you know, one of the locker room etiquettes clearly states that if there's a move you want to use or a name or something that somebody else had already established, all you have to do is ask, and you're typically not going to be told no.
Right.
So.
Well, unless you're Luke Harper.
Well, that's asking not another wrestler. That's asking creative for something, and that's like pulling teeth. But yeah, I mean that's on the unfortunate side of it. I forget, somebody else had said recently too. I think it was with Jericho. Some tag team asked if they could do the Judas effect the night of the championship match at All Out, and he told them not to use it yet because it's still too new of a move, and he wanted to save that for himself. He said down the line I wouldn't have a problem with it, but please just hold off. I didn't think that was uncalled for at all.
I'm so glad you brought that up, man. Like, the Blueprint thing pissed me off when I heard that the other day. I said the same thing. I'm like, dude, that's fucking Matt Morgan's thing.
I didn't hear the name.
I heard it, and I said, why does she need another name? The Boss is already what her thing is. Why does she need the Blueprint?
It's gonna be hard to put those on glasses.
It's like really no kidding.
Dude, I heard that and my eyes rolled in the back of my head. I'm so glad you brought that up because we never spoke about it. And I thought, man, I wonder if Matt Morgan told her, go ahead, yeah, use the blueprint, or if they cared. I actually just figured that maybe they didn't even care, and that's what it
Probably
was.
didn't care. Yeah.
They didn't care.
They usually don't care if it's something they control, and they don't.
I can't believe it though, man. Matt Morgan. By the way, Matt Morgan used to listen to this show, so it's he's always been a good guy. I don't know if he still does. I don't think he does. He used to follow me on Twitter, and that's how I found out. Man, he used to listen to the show. So he called in, I think, once, and he was really cool. And then, yeah, he was so into doing this stuff that I think he started doing a podcast with Raj, and which is cool. Except they hate me over there, pretty sure, because every time I have news, I give it to them. They don't put it out there. Like when I could get an interview with somebody, and they wouldn't give it out there. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kayfabe.
No, I was just gonna say I met him once before. Like when he was in TNA, they did like a pay-per-view up here in Lowell, and nicest guy on the planet. Like he talked to me for like 10 minutes just shooting the breeze at like a fan convention. He was like super nice guy.
Yeah, like you know how like I've met local guys that are worse. Like where you meet guys who are kind of like they're really like self-absorbed into their shit, and they think they're like really cool, and like you're kind of a dork. And you can almost tell that when they're talking to fans or people, and you're just like, man, this guy kind of is weird when he's with fans. He's weird, you know. But yeah, he is not like that at all. He's like the dude that's like, hey, like we're gonna be playing softball later. Want to be on the team? Like we need another guy. Like what's up? Like he's just the coolest dude. He's a really cool guy, Matt Morgan. I mean, he was in the business for a while. Didn't quite get the spotlight that you would think a guy like that would get. But I mean, WWE like was like, I don't know, like when it came to him, they were like retarded with him. It was weird. Here's this guy that should be great. He's pretty good on the mic. He's a big dude, and they just dropped the ball with him completely.
That's kind of a common thing, though. So
yeah, but some of those other guys I get, like they kind of like sucked, like in a way when it came down to it. But Matt Morgan had the ability to get on the mic and be like, "Yo, I'm real. Let's go."
When he wasn't stuttering.
Yeah, I mean, he was a little bit Psycho City, but I don't know. I feel like he was better than a lot of those. Like, who was the other guy? The big guy with the red pants, like the Russian-y guy.
Vladimir Kozlov.
Not Kozlov, but there was another guy. He had the white hair. He was the guy that like banged Michael Cole's ass.
Heidenreich?
Heidenreich, yeah. Like Heidenreich had more time out there really than Morgan.
They strapped a rocket to his ass with Taker.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, that was a weird one.
But yeah, Morgan really did his best work in Impact, so that's how it'll be. Anyway, guys, I'll let you get out of here, go to bed. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Connor from OKFabe on YouTube, youtube.com/OKFaber, and Sunday nights, 8 p.m. on the Fight app. His show is on the Fight app, guys. If you have the Fight app, Connor's show is on there. So.
And we just got on iHeart Radio too, so check it out.
Wow.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Wait a minute, you did or like they did with you?
No, this is all on me. If you go into the iHeartRadio podcast, you can see my stuff. You can listen to my stuff there.
How the fuck do you do this shit? I've been trying this for years. Like, you piss me off, dude. Like, I'm serious. I've been trying for years to get on there. What the fuck?
Well, it's just podcast. It's not like, live radio.
But okay, so maybe it's different now. But years ago, you couldn't get on there without, like, calling them.
I think it's a lot easier now.
They opened it up to podcast?
I did have to jump some hurdles, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've tried to get on there before. But anyway, I don't even do podcasts anymore because they just don't do anything. Like, nobody really, nobody finds it. The only people that listen are people that would listen to me on YouTube anyway. So I just, it's like,
I mean, I'm not really making much off the audio podcasting stuff, but it's just another platform for people to find me. So, hey.
I just don't think anyone finds you. I don't think people find us on there at all, really. Like, almost.
Well, we'll see, because I got a thing tracking numbers. I'm curious what they're going to do in the next couple of months. So,
well, you let me know, but
you'll be the guinea pig. Yeah.
I mean, I've always
thanks.
Unless you're already famous or something, I feel like and now there's so many podcasts, like nobody finds you.
I know, it's an uphill fucking battle, but I mean, I'm on all of them, like iTunes, Stitcher, all that stuff. But it makes it easier for people who, if they don't want to if they don't like using YouTube or they want to like just download it on the go, it's just easier that way. So
no, it is easier for the listeners. But I'm a dickhead. I figure, well, no one's gonna find me over here, and it's a waste of time all this uploading. So I'm like, well, fuck it. My podcast is on Patreon. So you want to you download my audio? It's on Patreon. You know, like it's.
Yeah, and that's worked well so far. So.
Because it's,
yeah, seriously.
I guess. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, Connor from OKFabe, and you can listen to him everywhere on iTunes. And you ever bored sitting there, search it up, and there he is. And that's it, man. Jake is at Countdown Ended on Twitter. He's at OKFabe, and I'm at Corrupted Pod. And Jake is Countdown Ended on YouTube as well. Every once in a while, Jake does a video on YouTube, so it's always good. And we'll do predictions, hopefully, for Night of Champions.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, maybe, if we have time. Same sort of time-ish today, right, Jake?
Hopefully. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, we'll see. I'll be around.
Alrighty.
All right, good night, guys.
All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Mwah.
Stay.
I didn't get the fucking catchphrase in. Stay sexy. I don't think so, Jakey. God damn it. Stove and Larson in the chat. All right, we'll play one. I got 2 games in a row. We'll play one Madden game, and then I will maybe play PUBG, man. If we're fire enough, I'll play PUBG. What's up? People want to see PUBG? Let me know. In the chat, wherever you want to let me know. What's up? We find Solomonster. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I never found anybody, though, really. I mean, maybe I should, but I also feel like I should change the name. If I put stuff up on a podcast, I should change it to, like wrestling something podcast, because I think I'm just going to put it under Elite Wrestling Podcast. Rojas, yeah, caller sounds like Rojas. Caller sounds like Rojas, and this is Joe, like Scott, and Jake and Joe went to. I don't even know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I might play Diablo as well. A little bit of the bubbly. Let me turn the donations back on.
What else we got? Oh,
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it. Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh,
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Just 'cause I love you guys and wanna keep the bubbly train going. Train, champagne bottle.
Yeah, baby. Let's keep the train going, baby. I want to keep the Joe Cronin show on the air, so the donations help, no doubt about it. Absolutely, guys. Whenever I'm live, I will always have the donations on. Trust me. Everybody always asks about that. People still ask, like, are they on? Oh, they're on.
Brandon,
trust me.
Alongside Charles
they got to be on.
Before kickoff, Charles, quickly, your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about.
A little bit of the bubbly.
And that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football gives their defense a break and takes care of business.
What's up, chat? Oh, I'm going live on Twitch as well. So if people want to join the Purple Place, if anybody can come over to the Purple Place, I could use your help over there getting some numbers. Please come over to the Purple Place. Twitch.
Robbie Gold set to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded in the end zone.
Good night, Daryl. What's up, Sith Negan?
Turn nets positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Got a little bit of the chubbly. That's what I call my dick, everybody. Everybody, I call my dick the chub. The chubbly. Joe Cronin's going to come out with chubbly t-shirts. You guys want to see the chubbly? My wife sees the chubbly every single night. My wife gets a load of my chubbly. Chubbly. Yeah, baby. You want a little bit of the chubbly?
And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Now a run with Anderson. He takes this for 3 to the
How about that, guys? We're playing the Denver Broncos.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Starscream! Starscream, thanks for subbing, bro. I get $3 and it costs you nothing if you have Amazon Prime. 13 months in a row for Starscream. It's good to have Starscream back, man. I got Vic. Let's see if he punts.
Partner, we talked about this at halftime, but I don't think either one of us expected it to continue.
Yeah, he's going to punt.
Bottled up in this game. This defense has done a fantastic job.
Wow, what a horrible punt.
It is so
I'm just going to let that bounce.
Back in the day. Remember 2006 when he set the single
little bit of the Chubbly.
1,000 rushing yards.
Let's see if we can give this guy some of the Chubbly. Yo, Gatekeeper Drew, thanks for the host, Drew. Star Scream, thanks for subscribing on Twitch. It either costs you $4.99 or it's free if you have Amazon Prime, and I get paid either way, so I appreciate that. I'm on a 2-game winning streak, so I'd like to have a 3-game winning streak. You know? The Denver Columbines. Oh man, that's fucked up. Hey, what's some other names we can rename Denver to? If Denver had an XFL team, they might even have one. I don't even know.
But still, a lot of guys to account for.
Oh, look at that move! Oh!
Shows his strength at the 50. He'll take this to the other
What's
side
up? Ryback is Chubbly. He might be. In the balls. Might be Chubbly in the balls. I might put some PUBG on after this, maybe. I might go to bed though. I don't know. A little bit of the bubbly.
Want some bubbly?
A little bit of the bubbly.
Madden, play me sometime when my internet is up.
Ooh, good idea, man. Hazard Records, thank you for the bubbly donation. And everybody check out Hazard Records, man. Talk about some good music, baby. You pull out some bubbly, and you listen to some of the bands on Hazard Records, and you whack off. At least that's what I do. Thank you, Hazard.
And flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Vic on second down.
Look at that throw by Brady. No, it was actually Michael Vick that I have. I got Vic behind on QB. Michael Vick with some soft touch on that one, leading the receiver across the first down marker. What a beautiful throw by Vic as he leaned back. Oh, man, why? Oh, my God. I was throwing it as I got tackled. Whoever Y was wide open. Wide open. It would have been in the end zone. Oh, it was. Oh, my God, dude. Why? Why?
What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes.
Oh!
Protection. The biggest ones maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
Third and inches. The Denver Horsemen.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
I got the first down, but I was hoping to break through.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Working the Denver Broncos right now. Triple M.
Next time I stream, I'll raid with my 40 viewers' heart.
Oh, Triple M, that's right, man. I would appreciate that, but I will also, I'll also follow you back on Twitch, Triple. Didn't realize I wasn't following you.
Here's Michael Vick.
Wow.
And he's going to be taken down.
I should have thrown the ball. I sort of hesitated. Who you hesitated? Let's go with the draw play. Man, I've been throwing all short passes, but I hesitated on that one because I was worried about an interception, and I got sacked for it. It's all good though. It's all good. We're gonna see if we can get something on this draw.
Careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Wow, he blitzed. So weird. So weird that he blitzed.
No gain on the play.
At least I thought it was weird.
It'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Well, I'm going for the end zone, and then I'm going to just take the field goal if that doesn't work. Yep, I'm going to throw it in the end zone here. A little bit of the bubbly.
Third and long for Vic.
Oh, come on, you dropped it, Graham, you asshat. What an asshat. Oh, my God, bro. What are you, one of the Steelers? Dude, that was perfectly thrown.
Will be a field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt.
Can't believe he dropped that.
This is good. It was running out of gas there at the
52
end,
yards.
getting just enough on it. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3
Run
points.
that back,
I just
bitch.
wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3?
All right, how's Twitch doing, guys? If you guys have an extra tablet, an extra phone, or anything, if you can get over to Twitch, my Twitch account is twitch.tv/JoeCroninJCS. Twitch.tv/JoeCroninJCS, and get the bits going. Get some people over there, man. We need to bring some people back over there. We need to get going on Twitch, baby. We need some love on Twitch.
And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Twitch.tv/JoeCroninJCS. Usually we're live on Sunday with Sunday Night Gaming.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And forget about
Woo.
finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From the gun, Vic.
Oh, wow, no one was covering him.
Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard
JCS. What up, Acer 5000? What up, Acer, Bride Guy? Hazard, Rafters, a lot of new people in here late. Michaels and John. A lot of old school.
Also tells you we didn't evaluate him very well coming out of college, didn't we?
He goes underneath for Anderson.
Fumble that bitch. Oh.
This one to midfield before he's brought down.
All right, we're going to have to go a quarter.
Plays 12 yards that time and a first down.
You got to spy that quarterback now.
Pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Dancing to his left. And an alley to run.
Can't believe I didn't get him the first time.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know.
I feel like Gronk's gonna come back too, like in like the 10th week. He's gonna be like, "What's up, I'm back."
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. That he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Oh, Taylor abandons the coverage to intercept the ball as it's thrown short by Denver.
Get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience.
I saw the Saints versus Houston. Crazy game. Saints pulling it out at the very end there. Crazy stuff.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen.
That didn't work.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
WWE commentator show. Yeah, I do like doing those. I do like doing those. Bubbly.
Vic readies to throw.
I should have waited till he got way to the outside and thrown it.
Shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
What the hell? This guy quitting? Is he quitting? Is he clitting? Is he clitting out? I can't believe we didn't hear turkeys tonight. We even showed turkeys on the stream tonight. Also, who's the top donator? DC Derek. DC Derek, thanks, man. Let me get your name up here. You guys make the shows possible since YouTube doesn't pay shit no more.
Please do WWE 2K stream again. If you can get Bailey and Dave for it, even better.
I would love to get them again, man. I'd love to have Justin be face commentator again and let me do the heel. That'd be fun. I really like that shit. I mean, it's just fucking comedy gold. Gotta call a timeout.
Maybe they want some extra time to talk about
Sucks.
this third and long play as we'll get a timeout.
I am gonna switch the play.
Sideline and talk over what to do next.
DC Derek. Put that fucking... This guy keeps like delaying and then like it costs me. Why is that?
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Four down. Let's go. White 20.
Play action now, Vic.
No, what the fuck?
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Just handed him the ball.
Right before intermission.
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half. To carry that with them, it's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well.
Wow.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3.
I can't believe that. That was ridiculous. Who's screaming like that in the crowd? You guys hear that?
They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Dude, this fucking game is fucking bullshit.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first
what the fuck?
Opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
90. 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Double.
Vic to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards that time, able to take
this game is ridiculous right now. 2 fucking retard fumbles.
Similar situation, he forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right?
This guy won't fumble. His quarterback never fumbles the ball either. No matter how hard you hit the guy.
Coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's Vic.
Oh, why wasn't that intercepted? This fucking cocksucker keeps getting interceptions and fumbles as shit. And fucking white man, because the white guy can't catch the ball. Fucking cracker fuck.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past.
This is ridiculous.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be the final play of the half. Vic looking downfield for Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
DC Derek with the top donation.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we
Wow.
resume action.
He
here
shanked
in
that
quarter
one.
number 3.
Talk about shanking the shit out of
And
it.
that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel
Jason
right.
Tarr, what up?
Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jason Tarr. Jason Tarr, man, thank you for subscribing to me, my friend. Thank you guys for keeping me going. Fuck off and die.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean,
11 months in a row, Jason Tarr. Thank you.
Anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defense.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return
Why?
will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually
Wow.
doing that back in the good old days.
By 90, by 20.
That was second down throw for Vic. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Deion Sanders in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And now he spiked
The
it
hell was that
on
about?
third down. I don't know if he heard a whistle. There was no whistle. He just got up and spiked it. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice.
That was weird.
Ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have
Yikes.
to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion.
Still in this game.
They run. This is Cohen.
Nobody can fucking block anybody right
Close to
now.
about the 45. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now here's Vic. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion. But it's the way that he throws.
All right, let's run it to the outside.
Packed. Yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
Off the toss, Cohen.
Fucking nothing.
This has been a familiar sight
Nothing
all
on this.
afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hazard Records, what are you getting timed out for? Try to, like, reword it. Tell me what you're getting timed out for, because I'm noticing you're getting timed out, and I don't know why. By Nightbot? It's got to be something. What are you saying? Blitz? Oh, it must be Blitz. Because a long time ago, I blocked Blitz's trolls. That's what it is.
On play action, Vic. And left side here, it's Graham.
Boom.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up,
woo! A little bit of the bubbly.
Strike like that, have
Everybody, tell everybody about when we're live on Throwdown tomorrow night and we're live on Monetize This. Everybody, make sure to tell everybody about the new $3 Super Chat and $3 Twitch and Streamlabs alert. The new $3 donation, bubbly. Gotta tell everybody about it.
From the red zone now, Vic. Flush to
Fuck
his
that.
right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've
Yeah, blitz, yeah.
sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, no. Fuck off. I thought he was wide open.
For the 4th time today. Picked by the Hall of Famer Mel Blount.
I thought he was wide open, dude. I didn't see that guy. Oh, my God.
I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
White 90, white 20.
And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And
Unbelievable, dude. What am I, the Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm the fucking Steelers right now.
To say they've kept him under wraps running the football,
I'm fucking.
that's an understatement. He's been completely neutral.
I'm Ben Roethlisberger.
Him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up.
Muhammad Abdel. What up, Muhammad? I was fucking with you earlier tonight, man. I'm sorry. I didn't realize what you were saying exactly. This guy's going to blow it for himself here.
So that'll back him up 5.
All right, so I would expect him to start throwing now. I can't believe he's going to do any more running at this point. I am going to rush with Williamson here. Oh, he's going to take another penalty.
And boy, again, they won't get this off.
Must be having problems. Now I'm going to go cover 3.
That moves him back 5.
Wow. That's weird. He's like needs batteries for his controller. This guy needs batteries for his controller. He really does. He needs batteries for his controller. This guy's fucking. He needs to shop at Walmart at this point. He's gonna get kicked from the game. I'm gonna win this game because he's a retard. There it is. Boom shakalaka, bitch! Ah, look at that, I've been working out. Ah. Look at that, baby. I would have came back though. Fuck him. I was coming back. I would have came back on his ass. That's what would have happened. Hey, I got a fucking mutt pack. Holy shit. What am I getting? Oh, I don't care about this shit. I don't even know what this shit is. Tokens? I don't even know what these are. Fuck these things. Give me a fucking player, man. Give me like a 90 somebody. Give me a fucking 90 somebody. Come on, man. Well, 3 games in a row. And by the way, the last 3 games that I've won I barely scored anything. The guy disconnected. Then the other one, I had 1 touchdown and he quit. Then that game, I'm losing and he quit. Like, what is going on? What the hell's going on? Isaiah kicked my ass twice in a row earlier. That fucking guy, twice, man. I was like, all right, let's go again. 13-14. I lost by 1. I'm like, all right, let's go. And then he fucking wins. I was pissed. Goodell told him to quit. That's funny. All right, I guess maybe I'll play like 1 game of PUBG or something real quick. I'm not really, I think I'm going to go to bed, though. Seems like a sleepy night. Time to go sleepy. Also, I'm going to go record Morning Madness for Patreon, though. If you haven't become a patron yet, what the hell are you doing? I mean, $5 a month? You know? We got a lot of new $25 patrons. Shout out to the new patrons. I put the guy to sleep. That's a good point. I might have put him to sleep. GTS, bitch. It was my son's birthday today, so I had fun. He wanted a like a drawing pad or whatever. It's crazy. What do we got here on Twitch? We got J Tarr, Star Scream, Elias, Corey Metallica. What's up, Corey? And we got a whole bunch of people. Harry Pothead is here. Danimo's in the chat. So many games and just never have time or patience. Yeah, I'm like that too now. I don't buy anything anymore. I'll be back today on Patreon. Joe's saving up. Plus, get Game Pass. Hell yeah, J-Tar. What up, J-Tar? Love you, man. And I do want to shout out the $25 patrons. Guys, not to fucking e-beg or anything, but you get 30 hours of bonus content on Patreon. 30 hours a month of bonus content. Podcasts, everything, plus me and Dave Rose. Final Frontier News returns this week. Conspiracy stuff and science stuff. Final Frontier News this week. And then me and Dave Rose are going to do a separate political show to keep it separate so that we'll just do the science and conspiracy, and then the political stuff will be a separate show so you won't have to listen to one or the other if you don't like one of the other from us. So that's going to be very interesting, plus so much more. And if you didn't hear me and my wife's podcast, bro, me and my wife get into a fight. I cry at some point later on in the podcast for some reason. We talk about so much shit. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Me and Leah, an hour and 40 minutes. It is one of the highest rated things I've ever done on Patreon. It blew away our last episode. It's fucking killing it. And you can download it on your phone, whatever, when you're a $5 patron. But we've also got a bunch of $25, $50, and $100 patrons that I got to shout out because these people are keeping my show going. We can't even do Out of Nowhere anymore without Patreon. We don't even make enough money on Out of Nowhere to do it anymore. If there was no Patreon, I would not be doing these shows anymore. So you got to make some noise for the people on Patreon and the people that donate tonight, but especially Patreon because this shit would be over with. So shout out to 27 Freddie Mitchell, Arknolia Strokelbean, who is one of the few people who elected to take the podcast with me because he's at the $25 mark. Austin Caucci, Awandi, Big M, Brian Harper, Chiz Hickneys is back at the $25 spot. Drew Bar 100, Frog Kid, Gary Metzler, Gerald Armstrong, Guz, 617, Jabroni Jabber Podcast, John Steller, known as ConstipatedRock, John Zippe, Joseph Lightsey, J.R. Ford III, Justin McNeil in the 50 spot, Star Scream, My Son Champion, NickY J, Ryan Pelletier, Sith Negan, Daryl Stoltz at the $100 mark. The top patron is Sith Negan. In second place is Justin McNeil. And Triple M, The Bear, 1322, The Mayin, Djinn, Abbadon, Talk to Me Nice, SoCom Kastle, And I think those are all the top guys. Actually, 27 Freddie Mitchell is tied for the second top donation supporter on Patreon with the 50 spot. So there's everybody, man. I wanted to shout them out. Those guys are making all these shows continue to happen. So thank you. I've already taken a part-time job because things have gotten so scary. But if it gets worse, things may change a little bit, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully that doesn't have to happen. I just may cut some shows down, you know, like stop maybe out of nowheres, and the gaming streams have already kind of stopped most of them. But Patreon is still kicking ass. So Patreon's been doing really well. We have 380 people supporting on Patreon, which is fucking awesome. Oh, I'm going docs 100%, bro. 100% going docs. I'm sure Troy's asleep, but... What's up, Bry Guy? Shit, there's someone already way ahead of me here. He's going to the other docks, though. Looks like I'll be first, I think. Yeah, and everybody else went to the other docks. Wow, lots of people went to the other docks. No one ever goes here. No one ever fucking goes here. And that's fucking awesome, because this place is awesome and nobody goes here. I can't even hit people right in front of me usually, and I'm aiming at that guy. Fucking idiot. Just trying to make sure nobody's coming in late. Huh. To fuck with people. I love fucking with people. Could be some people up there on the other docks coming over here who are like, oh, there's too many people over there, I'm getting out of here. So I'm worried about that happening. Fuck yeah. I'm really worried about that. I am going to hop in the boat, though, as soon as possible. Alright. Picked up way too much ammo. Oh man, there was a VSS over here. Shit. I don't think I need this much ammo. Alright, we're getting in the boat. We're getting in the boat. Where's the bubbly? $58 people alive. Let's go. Need some cranin too. I'm out of cran. I got a little bit of cran left. Getting a cramp in my leg. Speaking of cram, cran runs are cramp. You know. Shit. Woo! Wow, this boat's fucked up. This boat was not turning at all for me. Get out of here! There you go, go, go! Wow, they like changed the boat driving, I feel like. The boat's way harder to drive. Woo! A little bit of the bubbly. Someone's right. Fuck! He cooked it! Oh my god. Smart bastard. Man, I had like fucking 4 fucking grenades too! I had 4 grenades. That really pisses me off that I didn't get to use one of my grenades. I had 4 fucking grenades. Fuck this game. I had 4 grenades, man. Actually, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to bed. Or I'm going to do work. I'm going to record my podcast. I'm going to record my fucking podcast on Patreon. And if you guys didn't hear Morning Madness the last time, then... Oh, fuck. I forgot to post questions for Morning Madness. Shit. I'm going to go do that now. If you're a patron, make sure you go and throw some out there. Oh, man. Wow. I forgot all about that. Shit, I was supposed to post those. Yeah, hopefully you guys can go drop me some questions, comments, or whatever on the Patreon right now. If you haven't yet. And the other day we talked about I talked about some stuff on Morning Madness episode. What is my solo podcast at? Morning Madness is kind of like my solo podcast where I talk about anything and everything. It's episode 183. So there's 183 downloadable episodes, and you can find the link to all of the episodes on JoeCronenShow.net. JoeCronenShow.net. But it's all available on Patreon. It's just easier to sort through on JoeCronenShow.net. You got to be a patron to access it, though. But yeah, here's a little clip of the other day, guys, and I'm going to get out of here to go record episode 184. So thanks for watching tonight. Thank you to everybody who supported tonight, who dropped a little bit of the bubbly. And Jason Tarr, who subscribed again, and everybody else, thank you very much. Here's a little clip from Morning Madness 183 in case you missed it. And again, thank you guys very much for the support. I will see you guys in the morning. I'll see you on Patreon. And I'll see you tomorrow night for Thursday Night Throwdown on my other YouTube channel, Corrupted Nation.
Hey, Joe, is this still your number? Please call me back. This is urgent, and I need to speak to you, okay? It's in dire importance. If this is still your number, call me back. I'm upset, and Deb is upset because of some comments made by Fami. Please call me back as soon as possible, please. Don't ignore me. Call me back. I'm upset. And she's upset, too. Okay? Deb is my best friend. I would never sleep with her. She's my best friend, and Fami is a jackass for the crap that he said. And you never stick up for me. You never stick up for me. You let him run a neck and run my name to the dirt. Joe, why didn't you stick up for me, dude? When he said that crap. Call me, Joe. I'm tired of being ignored, dude. I'm sick and tired of being ignored. I'm sick and tired of being run to the dirt. Every time I go on your show, I'm sick and tired of it, Joe. Things are going to start changing. And this is not your number. I'm sorry if this is not Joe Cronin's number. But, Joe, please give me a call. I am sick and tired of this crap. Call me.
For patrons only on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you guys for supporting what I do.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
Exclusively on Patreon.
Happy Tuesday! Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you get hit at the bus stop by a car. And I'm just kidding. What's up, everybody? You guys are the patrons of The Joe Cronin Show. You guys are why I'm able to do these fucking shows. We're not on fucking YouTube right now. We're on Patreon only. I'm smoking a cigarette because I don't give a fuck. But the good news is I could die at any moment. But no, seriously, getting over this cold, and the only thing that's helping me is this stupid thing, you know? I don't normally like these, but I'm going with it this morning. I just put out a tweet about Chris Jericho's response about the AEW Championship match with Cody Rhodes. So, you guys, if you're on Twitter, take a look at that. Also put a couple videos out. People aren't... wanted to shout out Gary Rushton, Rushy, for becoming a $5 patron. But I also want to shout out Derek Oliveira. Oliveira. Jesus. Oliveira. For upping his pledge from $5 to $10 at the VIP option. Thank you for becoming the VIP, Derek. And if anybody needs their Discord fixed and I never fixed it for you, harass me on Patreon, and I will get your VIP logo. Woo!